Welcome, everybody, to People Without Pants. It's St. Patrick's Day. It's the day that St. Patrick kicked all the Jews out of Ireland. And by Jews, I of course mean snakes. There's no metaphor in that story.
Well, let's be fair. It also applies to druids, what we would call pagans, anyone with religion or faith that wasn't Christianity.
Yeah.
I guess I actually should have an Irish name, shouldn't I? Sheesh.
Yeah. All right. Look, I'll put it this way because my mom gets mad about it. I only have three ethnicities I'm allowed to be racist towards: the British, the Irish, and the Italians. And by God, if I see an opportunity to be racist, I am going to take it. Snakes. Nice.
Wait, hold on.
Oh no. What's he going to do? I'm afraid. You know what? Fuck it. Since they're green, I'm taking an edible.
There we go.
Also, yeah, despite green being my favorite color, I went through my whole fucking drawer, and this is the only green shirt I own.
As you can see, I wear black, so you get what you get.
Well, my mom was like, last night.
I do have green candy, though.
Yeah, that's good enough. So last night, my mom was like, you could wear orange instead, and I'm like, nope, I will never represent Northern Ireland.
Why not?
Because they're the ones allied with the British. Fuck them.
I mean, I'd still rather that than be a brown and tan, but...
True, but anyway, I was not wearing orange for this. I wore literally the only green shirt I could find.
And you are white as fuck.
Yeah, again, it looks worse here than normal because I'm using my monitor as my light because I'm too fucking broke to buy a proper lighting setup.
Listen, I'm wearing black in honor of Dublin, actually.
The Rocky Road to Dublin.
Well, I mean, technically, those who know, what does Dublin mean?
I actually, what does it literally mean? I don't actually know.
Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it means Blackwater.
I wouldn't know. I believe you if it does. Yeah, that's what it looks like when I turn off my third monitor. Hang on. I forgot
Blackpool. Excuse me.
Nice. Speaking of black and Irish things, what do you think of the Oscars?
I am really finding it funny that people are somehow complaining. We got a good movie, folks. Like you got an actual movie.
Yeah.
We don't get those anymore. And hold on. It's about fucking vampires, for fuck's sake. Or, I mean, if you want to be that guy, I'm more of the mind it's like something else, but who cares? We can say vampires to make our lives easy. But bro, you have fucking Celtic history, and I've still seen people complain it's woke. What do you want? I truly don't even know.
If you're talking about the anti-woke crowd, they don't want anything other than to complain.
It's a great movie.
Yeah. I would have liked it to win Best Picture, but from what I heard, One Battle After Another is a very worthy winner. So good for him.
I mean, the whole thing's rigged anyway. So
yeah, it is definitely like.
To be clear, this is not like a vote situation. This is
there's a lot of. Well, this guy's younger. He'll be around to make another Best Picture nominee. This guy's pretty
going
old.
Off of what happened this year, and it might feel better.
Like Jamie Lee Curtis winning that Oscar for Everything Everywhere All at Once. Not that she wasn't good in that movie, but that was very clearly a case of because she was up against the other girl from that movie. And that was clearly a case of, well, she'll be around for another 6 decades to give us more great performances, whereas Jamie Lee Curtis is old, so, yeah, give it to her. Not to mention there's a bunch of bias. Only recently was it made a rule that you have to actually fucking watch the movies you vote on. Jesus. Okay.
Man, that seems like a fun roll.
Yeah. I just took a 10
Are you excited
for what?
for your 10?
Yeah, I mean I have a whiskey too.
Jeez, just like start sponsoring us or something.
Hey, I didn't say what kind of whiskey.
But it should be Irish.
Oh, it is the exact whiskey you're thinking of because that's my favorite whiskey. So don't worry.
Well, there's a couple options if you're actually like into that life.
I want you to guess, and you're almost certainly going to get it on the first go.
Well, I know it's JMO, but that's not. But that's not what we were. No one was. Obviously, we all know what you're doing here.
Also, it says Sláinte on the glass, which is nice.
Did you know that's a call and response?
Yeah, Sláinte va. You taught me that.
Always good.
Yeah, my grandma got me this for Christmas, actually, this glass.
That's dope as shit.
Yeah. It's good because I didn't have a dedicated whiskey glass till then, so I just picked out whichever of my glasses was smaller, which meant sometimes drinking out of one this fucking height.
I always end up with too many glasses because, like, okay, I'm not a hoarder, but I like getting shit for free.
Yeah.
And so, like, I feel like I just end up in situations where I get a lot of glasses.
Yeah, my liquor store does this thing every now and then where they'll give you a glass if you buy a certain beer that month because it's like the beer of the month or whatever.
Well, that's pretty cool.
So I have two that I got from there. I had a third, but it was so fucking thin. Like the glass was so thin that I didn't feel comfortable drinking out of it because I was like nearly cutting myself just holding it.
I hate that.
So I just fucking recycled it.
Oh, that's gross.
It wasn't even a beer I like particularly either, so I didn't like. I took it because they gave it to me for free. But
Yeah, I mean, I was into fucking sours and IPAs. I can't really do with like the soy sauce ass beers.
yeah, like the rim was so fucking like you can kind of see here. The rim was probably like half as thick as this rim. So just leaving your finger on it too long would leave like a fucking indent that was threatening to bleed. So I'm like, I'm not drinking out of that.
No.
Like that, I can very easily see it shipping when I'm not looking, and I accidentally drink a piece of broken glass. No, thank you.
Oh, I can see all the slasher fans just getting horny at the possibilities.
Yeah, no, thank you. Speaking of slashers, I've been meaning to watch that movie Bring Her Back, and I keep putting it off because I know how fucked up it is, and I'm like, eh.
I haven't even seen it.
It's like, it's got body horror shit in it, so it's like, do I really want to see some dude's skin get peeled off? Like, I can handle that, but I need to be in the mood for it.
Being able to handle something does not, okay, like, here's the thing. I've already fucking seen Hostel. I've already seen, is it Green Inferno?
Yeah.
Like we've already gone in these waters, and like, cool, you shocked me. Alfred Hitchcock would be happy. Had your moment, getting the audience to go, wow, this is really fucked up. Now what? Like, no,
Yeah.
like actually, now what? I don't want to watch this. I don't think I don't know where this misconception came from that I ever wanted to do this. It was I'm gonna loosely say cool the first time, but like it's not like, oh, can you handle it? It's like, why?
Yeah, exactly.
Like, okay, like, do you want to have a video of a dude eating poop?
No.
But like, oh, can you not handle the video of the dude eating poop? Wow, are you are you one of those wusses? Oh, this just in, folks. News is coming.
No, it's just one of my friends is worried about something.
See, why don't you just let the lore happen?
So
have to build your deep and ominous backstory one of these days. So something other than the Goon compilation.
Hang on.
Which, please, folks, work on that Goon compilation.
So I have a friend who, for some reason now, at age like 36, has decided to finally get invested in politics.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
It's not. It's great. It's just interesting because I've known this guy for a decade and he never really gave a shit about politics, but now he has recently decided to.
Well, let's start with the beginning question. What's the color of his skin?
Black, actually.
All right. Now, what has he been doing? As in, well, what's his lifestyle?
He goes to work and until recently took care of his mom. She died tragically, R.I.P. Unironic R.I.P. She was a lovely woman. But it's not like he never gave a shit about politics at all. It was just that he didn't like follow it a ton.
It's reasonable to not, to a degree, if you're overwhelmed.
Yeah, so for some reason in the last year, he decided that he had like a responsibility to care about politics, which great. I applaud you. The problem is that means at least once a day I get a text about whatever the news story was with a, oh my God, how fucked are we? And I'm like, well, probably not that fucked in this particular instance. In this one we would be, in this one we probably wouldn't be. So anyway, I didn't want him to get nervous about the news about the SAVE Act, so I was like, let me just type one out so he knows that it's all going to be good.
I mean, it's not all going to be good, but let me put this one, my friend. If you're on the Titanic and it's going down, are you actively going to worry about the boat?
True. In this particular case, it is going to be fine because the Senate just simply does not have the votes to do the evil thing. So, unless something really fucking crazy happens, the evil thing is unlikely to pass.
Crazy things have been happening a lot lately. That's why I'm just like...
Well, there's a difference between crazy things and just, like, huge switches in vote.
I feel like once violence and epic moves start playing as big a part as they have, you can expect more free switches. That's all.
Yeah, maybe. The good news, or I should say I wouldn't even say silver lining, the copper lining of this fucking shit cloud.
Yeah, copper's more valuable than you think.
True, and it blends in with poop better.
Are we eating poop?
No, but I'm talking color-wise. So anyway, the copper lining to this cloud made of shit is the fact that if the SAVE Act did manage to become law, it would functionally create a democratic trifecta because it would basically it basically means you can't vote unless you have a passport. Functionally. And sorry, which fucking demographic has all the passports? The left-leaning demographic. Left-leaning, I say, because a lot of them are just like normie libs, but you know. Anyway, I'd be very amused for all the Republicans to cheer and then find out they're never allowed to vote again.
I mean, not never.
Well, yeah, but they have to pay $200 to get a fucking passport, and most of them can't do that, so cha-cha-cha.
Mine's beat as shit, but I still got it.
I actually, ironically, do not have a passport. But I have the money to get one with relative ease. So.
Well, look at you, fancy pants, Rich McGee over here. Fuck you.
Yeah, kind of. Well, not rich, but wealthy enough that I can blow 160 whatever dollars on a passport. So
I just need to throw out here. I have I throughout my life have known a lot of rich people, and not a single rich person ever actually says they're rich. They go, well, I'm not rich. And then they hesitate for a moment as they pick from a list of words, limited to, but not limited to, but including comfortable.
I'll put it this way.
Doing all right.
The standard of living with which I grew up is now considered higher than average, but adjusted for technology differences and everything, of course, would have been considered very, very normal 50 years ago. I'll put it that way. What'd you say?
What do you mean?
Like, my parents own a house and, like, own it outright because it's paid off. That was very normal 50 years ago. It's not anymore.
I mean, it's normal for just a certain group of people.
Well, that's kind of... I'm trying to think of how to phrase this exactly. to both not sound like an asshole and yet accurately convey everything I'm saying.
There's other ways to save the money. Y'all got like gold bars in the basement. It's cool.
I actually no, I do not have gold bars in the basement. I have a couple of tiny little gold pieces that my grandpa gave me like 20 fucking years ago. As like basically like a savings bond, but like he did it when gold was really cheap, I guess.
Yeah.
But I every now and then I check the value of that amount and like yeah, it's a nice windfall, but it's like it's not an insane amount of money by any means.
It's you hate.
It never exceeds 4 digits, I'll put it that way. So yeah, it's a lot, it's a nice chunk of money, but it's not a life-altering amount of money. At least not for me. I've been very lucky that my life is relatively stable financially.
Facts, folks. Gold is at the highest it's ever been.
Yeah, actually,
$5,000 an ounce, which is fucking insane.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like last time I checked the value of that little stash of gold, it was like double what it had been any previous time I checked it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, whoa, okay. If I get desperate, I'll make sure to sell that shit.
Who's got the Sierra Madre bars? That's all I want to know.
I don't even get that joke, I don't think.
Oh, there's bars of gold at the Sierra Madre casino.
Well, yeah, it's a casino. Don't all casinos have bars of gold around?
Yeah, but like you like gotta have a heist.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I agree there. I just meant like, is it weird that casinos have gold? I always imagine they have like a little tiny bit.
I mean, in the modern day, it's pretty fucking weird.
Well, yeah, not like a large amount, but like I could easily see a casino having like some gold coins on hand.
Why?
I don't know. Just given the clientele, the kind of clientele who'd go to a casino that fancy probably travel with gold. Or they're like transporting artifacts, or they're from a country that doesn't use the dollar, but they have gold on hand, and the casino's like, we're not turning down that fucking gift horse.
Yeah, I gotta be real. Like global people have like the internet and like money transfers.
Yeah, I know. It's not inconceivable to me that some fucking Arab oil prince walked in with some gold coins and said, I would like to gamble. And they were like, we can't turn down your business. So yeah, we'll take your gold coins.
This sounds insane.
It's a little weird, but like you could see it happening, right? Like it's not that fucking crazy.
I feel like they wouldn't just keep them, first of all.
Well, they wouldn't keep them, but they'd be in like on casino grounds for X number of hours while the Arab oil prince is gambling and doing all the shit that he's not supposed to do from his own religion.
Sure, but I wouldn't consider that like keeping gold on hand. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, I always assumed it's there on a temporary basis.
No, there's bars of gold in the vault of the Sierra Madre.
Well, I mean, there might be.
And we're going to take them.
I definitely can imagine a casino that caters to such exclusive rich clientele wanting to have a universally useful form of valuable item.
I mean, what about gold press platinum?
Unfortunately, we don't have that yet, but give it another couple hundred years. Speaking of, 5 minutes before this stream started, I got my heart ripped out and shat in by Star Trek The Next Generation.
How so?
I watched the episode The Offspring.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, it ripped my heart out of my chest and then shat in my chest cavity.
Shatner in your chest?
Yeah, though it wasn't Shatner, and you can tell because the acting was subtle good instead of silly good. But yeah, like fucking I think about this a lot when I watch Star Trek, but Brent Spiner's acting in that show is basically unmatched. Like, I don't know if there's any other actor who could play Data the way he does.
Keanu Reeves could do it.
Keanu Reeves could play Data, but it'd be a very different Data.
But Keanu Reeves could do it.
That's the thing. No actor is irreplaceable, but every actor is irreplaceable in the sense of getting that performance.
Keanu Reeves could give you exactly the performance that you want, though, because he's Keanu
Yes,
Reeves.
but it would be a different performance, which is not a bad thing necessarily. But like
his face into Brett Steiner, if that's what you asked him for.
yeah, like Brent Spiner has to
Or Spiner.
like because his character doesn't have emotions, even though he very clearly does, and he has to convey so much with a blank face. Like what he has to do as an actor is, first of all, he has to sit in the makeup chair for like an hour while they make his skin and eyes the data colors. And which, by the way, don't watch Next Gen in HD because every now and then you can see the makeup rubbing off on Data's collar.
Yeah.
But how do I put this? He can't emote a ton. He has to keep his face pretty still for the most part, but he has to give an incredibly nuanced acting performance while keeping his face pretty still. And my fucking god, does he pull it off?
Yeah. He really does a good job.
Like the last shot of this episode, for those of you who haven't seen it, Data builds himself an android daughter whom he names Lal, and essentially takes on the role of a parent. LAL, lol.
Lol.
Which apparently is the Hindi word for beloved, at least according to the episode. I'm assuming that's true.
He just built it for the lols, you know what I'm saying?
I mean, basically, yes, he did. He got a hankering to build another android like himself, and he did it in his off hours. And so she, he's teaching her how to like be a person, basically. Her programming is starting to exceed his. Like Data doesn't use contractions a ton. Like he tends to say, "I cannot do this," not "I can't." Except for the early episodes where he does use them, and they just pretend that those don't exist. But
I'll be real, the whole not using contractions thing is so fucking weird to me because, like, my boy, it's just a dictionary. I don't think the robot's having trouble.
Well,
like,
to be specific, what he says in the episode is it's something I haven't mastered. So it's not that he can't do it; it's that he hasn't mastered when to properly do it, type of thing.
ChatGPT is properly fucking mastered when to do it.
Yes, but this was 1990.
Well, I mean,
and also, unlike ChatGPT, Data is a real person deserving of my respect.
I don't know, man. You don't just love and respect ChatGPT?
I have never used ChatGPT in my entire life, and I don't intend to.
God, grab his hands. Force him to request a query from the language model.
I can request a query from Google, and it'll give me an answer that I can verify myself.
God sees him, make him generate an image.
I mean, that's the only AI I've ever used. Is I have fucked around on free image generators for like 10 minutes at a time and been like, "Yep, that's mildly amusing," and then I've moved on with my life.
Well, yeah, it's not for. I mean, like everything in moderation. These kids shouldn't have access to GTA easily. You were talking about. I would earlier off stream. You're talking about. I would just take the internet from the kids. It's like, well, we can't though.
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't want to do that, but at this point, I'm so fucking desperate that if someone with actual expertise told me that's what needed doing, I would accept it.
We just gotta trust in the kids finding their way.
Well, really, what we gotta trust in is parents to teach their kids how to safely navigate the internet.
Why would we do that?
Why would we trust it, or why would parents do it?
Why would I trust in the parents to do that?
Well, there you go. There's the problem.
Well, I mean, also, why should the parents do that? They can just. They're all gonna ask you that question, so I'm curious. Why should they do it?
Like, why should they look out for the safety of their children?
Well, no, I mean, like, why is policing their access to these things.
Oh,
Went to helping them.
To be clear, I did not say police their access. That's a whole different thing. What I said was before, like when they're getting old enough to be able to successfully use the internet, as in like their thumbs have the dexterity to type of thing, you need to start teaching them like essentially stranger danger rules for the internet. Like, you teach your kids, hey, if a fucking stranger walks up and starts trying to converse with you and I'm not there to fucking navigate, maybe don't engage.
Okay, can I point out that like every single stranger danger rule that our generation was taught is mostly nonsense that our parents went on to go and disprove in front of our very eyes.
Yeah, that's a whole different thing. But like, what my
Is
point
it
is,
though?
well, no, it's not a whole different thing. It's an adjacent yet connected subject. But what I'm talking about is like, let's say you've got, like they did this when I was a kid in elementary school. Like when they're teaching you how to use the internet, they teach you things like, don't go to a website. Here are signs to look out for of a website being suspicious. If a person on the internet talks to you in this way, that's okay. If they talk to you in this way, that's a whole different thing, and that's not okay. Or really the big one, honestly, because like kids getting groomed on the internet is a problem, but it's not happening to every kid. The thing that's happening to every kid is that they think that the things they see online are real.
They are real.
Well, some of them are. Some of them very much are not.
I've seen this thing the other day, or heard this theory the other day. Like, I think it's so well put. Are unicorns real?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
Not to my knowledge.
How many horns does a unicorn have?
One, theoretically.
How can you make a definitive statement about something that's not real?
Well, true.
if like at a certain point, once you can define a thing, it's impactable on our lives and we can interact with it, it is real. I mean, okay.
Yeah, I don't think I phrased it correctly. What I mean is like, let's say you've got a 12-year-old kid who he's getting into politics, whatever happens to the best of us or the worst. If he's getting into politics and he's going to be looking at political content online, something that's very important to teach him is like, here are warning signs to look out for that someone is attempting to manipulate you.
Yeah, I mean,
like forget kids. Like I say this about adults all the time. Like I talk about how English class and reading books is so valuable. It's not just because reading those books in particular is so good. It's because literary analysis teaches you how to look out for things that are important, how to look out for someone who's lying to you.
Yeah, but books make me one of them liberal homosexuals.
All right. Here's my favorite example of this is not from a book, it's from a song. I believe I've even used this example on the show before, but I'll use it again just in case.
Oh, no, hold on, folks. He said it's from a song. Let's take bets. How much you gonna say it's from a Jesse Wallace thing?
It is not, though I could do that with him. No, it's there's a Joe Walsh song called "Life's Been Good."
Oh, I love that song.
I love that song too.
Around his yard, folks.
Yeah.
You don't actually need a license to do that.
So there's a lyric in "Life's Been Good" where he says, "It's tough to handle this fortune and fame. Everybody's so different. I haven't changed."
You read it like a news announcer.
What does that lyric mean?
I'll be real. I did not completely hear you.
It's tough to handle this fortune and fame. Everybody's so different. I haven't changed.
You love asking me to analyze this song. He's just wrong, my boy.
That's the point. Yeah. The point of that lyric is that he is an unreliable narrator who is blind to the ways that fortune and fame have changed him.
Yeah. Like,
if you can't get, if you're like an adult who listens to that lyric and doesn't get it, you need to go back to English class. I don't know what to tell you.
How many grown adults are you conversing with that are listening to Joe Walsh?
Well, if you go old enough, all of them, because Joe Walsh was like
It-
kind of one of the biggest musicians of a certain era. But
Well, maybe we should be conversing with more young people and stop focusing on the opinions of only the old people. Larry.
oh, trust me, you do not have to talk me into shitting on old people. I hate
I
them.
don't know, man. You seem to really be appealing to their demographic.
Well, I just like Joe Walsh. Fuck. You know what? I'm a young person, so when I hear Joe Walsh, I also think of that fucking asshole conservative commentator from like Fox and shit. So by God, I am going to take the Joe's Walsh that I have.
I think about that time that Eminem used that song for a sample as well.
Oh yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Anyway, my point is that it's very important that an adult learn how to hear that lyric or one like it and know and get what's going on.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta go grab my dog.
Okay.
Adventure time. Go on, grab your dog.
I hope that didn't destroy your eardrums, everybody. I don't know how loud it is on your end. I don't watch my own show. I watch other people's shows. I'm not so fucking entitled or egotistical that I watch my own content. I only do that if I completely run out of other shit to watch. Ugh. We'll just wait a moment for Nick to return. In the meantime, I'm going to take another sip of my whiskey that is not a sponsor, even though they should be, given how much I fucking drink it. When in doubt, pinky out.
Hello.
Are we going to see... Oh, you meant bring the dog in?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, mine was like nagging me to go out right before I got on this, and I'm like, sorry, you're gonna have to go beg someone else. I'm busy.
Oh yeah, no, we have like a whole fence system and everything. So
Yeah. When we moved into this house, we had these like, well, we didn't, the previous owners did, had these absolutely fucking hideous white plastic fences up, like fencing off a portion of the yard. And so we got rid of them and replaced it with a nicer fence with a wider section of the yard available to her. But the one thing I miss about those hideous fences was that I could see the entire fenced in portion of the yard without having to step outside.
ooh,
Which was really useful when it was like 10 degrees out, but I wanted to check on the dog. But, I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, she can't get through the gates, and even if she could, she would just come to the front door and ask for a treat. So...
do you give her the treat?
Of course I do. What kind of fucking degen do you think I am?
The guy who appeals to boomers.
By the way, speaking of the Adventure Time theme song, this just shows you the plasticity of the human mind. I was in middle school when that show first premiered, and one of my friends was talking about it because, like, all the middle schoolers were into it because it's like, oh, this is a whole new kind of cartoon. And when he was singing that song, he mentioned how grab your friends can be interpreted as like grab your friend's dick because, like, you're 12. What are you going to make jokes about it otherwise? And still to this fucking day, when I hear that song, my brain wants to sing Adventure Time. Come on, grope your friends.
Get a load of this guy.
Ha, I get a load. I get it.
I love Adventure Time so much, yet I have not watched Fiona and Cake at all yet.
I've seen like Adventure Time here and there, but I never actually watched the whole thing. One of these days I will.
Do you just like you like just hate good animation, don't you?
No, it there's no reason that I didn't watch it. It's just that by the time it came out, I was like moving on to stuff aimed at adults, I think.
You can't move on from Adventure Time if you didn't visit Adventure Time.
Well, no, not from Adventure Time, from like watching Cartoon Network.
You can't move on from watching Cartoon Network. What the fuck are you talking about?
Well, eventually I did, just simply because they canceled all the shows on there that I watched. But
Okay. I mean, I hear what you're saying. But, like, if you watch Things in the Water, we'll say, and it's a Cartoon Network show, you're still watching Cartoon Network in spirit.
yeah, it's nothing personal. There's no reason I didn't watch Adventure Time. It was literally just that, like, at the time it premiered, I had something else going on. So I was like, oh, I'll get to that. And then I never did.
Oh, God.
Like, that's it. There's no reason for it. It was just like, oh, Star Trek is on. I'm going to go watch that.
I suppose.
But yeah, I kept watching Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon pretty much till they stopped making shows aimed at me.
I mean, when Cartoon Network stopped making shows aimed at you?
Discounting Adult Swim, of course, because that's even though it's technically the same channel, it's its own thing.
I mean,
when did I stop?
It's connected.
Yeah. I watched the 2011 Thundercats, which, by the way, is one of my favorite fucking cartoons, and I'm still mad that it got canceled.
Shout out Thundercat the bassist. Please make us a theme song.
True. I watched Ben 10 Omniverse for a while. I watched Young Justice.
Young Justice.
Yeah, like,
someone will get that joke eventually.
See, here's the problem. Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, to a slightly lesser extent, have this thing they do where they will just, the show you watch every week will just go on an unannounced hiatus for like 15 months and then come back in a new time slot with no advertising.
Yeah, I remember that shit.
Disney XD did that too. That's why I stopped watching like Ultimate Spider-Man and those cartoons. It wasn't because I disliked them. It's just because they fucking disappeared from the time slot.
Man wasn't watching Adventure Time. I had time to watch Disney.
Well, I didn't usually watch Disney. It was just that I watched Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes, and so by extension, I saw the shit that was airing around it.
Was that even good?
Earth's Mightiest Heroes was fantastic. The other shows airing around it weren't that great, but they had their moments.
I don't think I've ever seen like really a show around that group of people.
It was shockingly good. In fact, I think next time I need a show to make memes of for the Facebook group, I'm going to rewatch that because I haven't seen it in like 15 years, but it was a shockingly good show.
I mean, if you want to make memes of something, pull up Korra, make memes of that.
I made 1 or 2 memes of Korra.
Just like make memes celebrating how bad she is.
I thought you liked Korra and hated Legend of Korra. I thought that's what you always said.
Well, I like and hate Korra at the same time as like a character. But the things I don't like about her aren't her fault. It's just made terribly. So it's not real. Like, don't get me wrong. I do end up hating a character as a result, but it's because of the writing. The show is bad.
Hang on, I'm looking for something. Where are you, you son of a hamster?
Who's the son of a hamster?
Oh, that's just a phrase I picked up once. Here it is.
Your father smells elderberry.
Yeah, I don't know why that random phrase from the otherwise forgettable Get Smart movie adaptation lives rent-free in my head, but it does.
I'm sorry. That's a line from the Get Smart movie?
Yes, it is.
So the Get Smart movie is ripping off lines from Holy Grail?
It was probably referencing it. I also from that movie, a phrase I use probably once a day is, I have to go squeeze the lemon. Yeah, see, here's a Korra meme.
That's pretty great.
Do you want to send me, and I'll pull it up for you, the fucking one that got banned from the Avatar group because it was based on current events? I remember that one, the one you made.
Which one was that one?
The Ruth Bader Ginsburg one.
Oh, I don't have a copy of it anymore, I don't think.
I think I do. Let me go look for it.
Yeah, no.
I also made this one of Korra.
See, the best Avatar meme I ever made was from Korra, and I don't have a copy of it because a bunch of my shit just got deleted. But it was a picture of fucking Tenzin's sister touching her necklace,
Oh yeah. Oh, I think I remember this.
and she said, "My mother used to talk about her mother."
Yeah, I do remember that. I forgot you made that. I'd seen that like around.
Yeah, that's me, dude. It's just hilarious.
I made this one once.
I'm glad it made its rounds, though. That one cracked me the fuck up.
Yeah, every now and then I'll see a meme I made make it to another page, and I'm like, whoa.
It did it. Someone did it.
Every now and then they'll even credit me for it. This isn't Avatar, but I made this like right at the beginning of COVID, so it was really funny at the time.
Jesus Christ.
This is from The Thing, for those of you who might not know. I just felt the need to make some meme of The Thing, because it's one of my favorite movies.
I wish upon a star.
Here's one.
What's it we got here? Oh, that's glorious.
There's a particular I'm looking for, though, and it's going to piss you the fuck off when you see it.
That's probably fair. I miss the joy of having new Avatar content, even if I wasn't a giant fan of the Avatar content.
Well, there'll be more, like, in a couple of years, I think.
I'm fucking tired of that in a couple of years shit, dude.
Well, whenever they,
The other Avatar already had me wait long years. This one should be better.
Yeah, when did they say that their first project is coming out?
I thought originally 26. I don't fucking know.
Well, I mean, 26 isn't over yet, so.
Could be 27 or 8. I don't fucking know. I thought it was 6. Because, like, what thing are they doing? Are they doing, like, twin avatars? Is that the thing?
They're not. Well, there are twins, and one of them is the Avatar.
Oh, that's going to work out great. Okay.
Yeah, there's that. Well, that's the one that's post Korra, and then they're working on that Aang movie that's supposed to come out, like, I think this year still. They're working on something about Zuko, like a movie or a miniseries or something.
If I go see another Avatar movie in theaters and my heart's broken, I don't know if I could take it.
Well, fucking monkey's paw there. The Aang movie was supposed to be in theaters, and then Paramount said, no, fuck you, it's going straight to streaming.
Oh, that's good. That's good, actually.
Why is that?
I mean, think about all the great animated DC movies that get skipped on theaters and go straight to streaming and then are actually fantastic.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
And I'm just choosing to say it could work. I'm not hopeful about humanity, but I'm hopeful about art.
Oh, do you remember that time that fucking white lady dropped an N-bomb in that video and the black lady, like, beat the shit out of her for it?
Oh, what a hero.
Anyway, when that happened, I made this meme.
That's fucking great.
Yeah, that was a funny-ass fucking video, too.
Just remember, folks, racial slurs are equivalent to violence.
True.
And you might get hit.
Yeah, and also, you could just not act this way.
You could.
Where is this fucking meme? God damn it! Did I never share it on my Google Drive?
How many memes you got on your drive?
I forgot I made this.
What is this, folks?
I must have not saved this on my phone. I forgot I made this.
What? It. Explain what this is.
There was a scene. I was watching Samurai Jack, and there's a whole scene where he's surrounded by a bunch of dudes who are trying to fuck him up. So I made this.
How did you pick the people for this?
Well, those are the people from the original template, but for those characters with two heads, I duplicated their heads. See?
And the guys from the raid just have the same. Okay.
Oh yeah, because there's only a couple guys in it, and there were more guys in this, so I had to do some repeats. But it was also partially based on the angle they had their face at too, because I was trying to make it match, sort of, even though I clearly didn't try that hard.
So to be clear, you want Samurai, you want bad things to happen to Jack?
I don't want bad things to happen to Jack. I just think that it is likely. I actually made another meme with that same template.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I hate to laugh at my own jokes, but I'm fucking proud of this one.
You've got this picture on the mind, I see.
I did 6 years ago when I made this meme.
Allegedly.
I can tell I made this before he got convicted because this is from the video and not from the court.
Making memes about convicted man.
Yeah, and then I reposted it when he did get convicted. God damn, I think I didn't fucking I think I didn't put this on my drive, damn it. Alright, I'll fucking do it later.
Rip.
Oh, hang on, maybe I can find it on Facebook. Give me entertain the chat for a minute while I look for this.
Entertain the chat for a minute. Alright, folks, now I will tell you a story. Now, many years ago, when I was 23, I met a widder who was as pretty as can be. And I really loved her. I'm telling you. We just hit this thing off. And next thing you know, one thing led to another, and I get her stolen by my dad. Because my dad's that kind of guy. So
wait, I'm sorry, who was this?
Dad swoops in, steals the girl. And so then the two are wed.
Oh, I know what you're doing. Okay, go ahead.
But that's okay. That's okay. Because here's the thing. The girl my dad gets with, her mother is still fine. Fantastically. So I end up saying, that's all right. And I get with her. And so now, my dad's a little chafed with me, but what can he do, right? And so it gets really a little more confusing, though, because then I have a kid with this woman. And that was weird, because my baby's now my dad's brother-in-law. But since it's my dad's brother-in-law, that makes the baby my uncle. Which is really strange if you think about it, because how is my baby my own uncle? Whatever, but hold on, because if he's my uncle, right? That would also mean that according to the timeline, he's also my brother, or I'm sorry, not my brother. He's the brother of my dad's wife.
Yeah.
So, welcome to Kentucky. I'm my own grandpa. Larry, did you find what you were looking for?
I did. I just resent it. So I posted this and I said, man, this is one of my favorite fight scenes in the whole series. And it actually is. But I posted it like this.
Yeah. I mean, you're dirty.
You understand, right?
Explain it just in case I don't.
It's a loss meme.
A what?
It's loss.
What do you mean?
The loss, the comic book, you know?
Loss?
The Control Alt Delete thing.
I'm so confused.
I know you're fucking with me. I know you know this.
I actually don't think I
You
do.
son of a bitch. I know you know what loss is.
Pull it up on screen just to make sure.
You feel like actually making that bigger, Wikipedia? No? Cool. Fuck you then. All right, I'll do it another way. Open image in new tab. Fine, fuck you then. Just gonna have to make do with this. There you go. This
What
meme.
the fuck is this?
I know, motherfucker. I know you have seen this meme before.
Okay, guy goes in. Guy's pointed down the hall. Guy's pointed to the woman, and the woman is sad.
Yeah.
Okay.
She had a miscarriage.
Yeah, is this a meme?
Well, so no. Tim Buckley's the guy who makes Control Alt Delete, and it was usually a very lighthearted fucking comic. But then when his girlfriend actually did have a miscarriage, he chose to process his pain through making a comic book about it. Unfortunately,
I'm just gonna throw out here. I forget who said that thing, but like where it's like I can make the saddest story ever with 3 sentences.
for sale, baby shoes never worn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this feels like a worse version of that.
Well, that's kind of how everyone felt. Was like, hey man, we get that you're trying to process your loss through a comic called Loss, but it's really fucking jarring and came out of nowhere, so it became a meme. So
jarring, it's just bad.
Well, it's jarring if you read the rest of the comic, because the rest of the comic is pretty lighthearted stuff. So anyway, it became such a meme that people kind of distilled it down to just this. I have a shirt of this image, in fact.
The one on the right?
Yeah, the one with just the lines.
Jesus Christ,
And so now we arrive at this. And people were fucking mad at me.
I can't even describe how much, like, what the fuck?
Yeah, in fact, people were so mad at me that I made another meme in response to it. Because this is so long ago, this before they introduced the Care React on Facebook.
Oh, I remember pre-Care React. Wait,
yeah.
There's some bad thing that happened that made the Care React exist?
It was just because of COVID. So anyway, I actually succeeded in getting all 6 reactions on that post, so I made this.
Yeah, that's how I felt about one of my old ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna go find the fucking Ruth Bader Ginsburg one. God damn it, man, that was too fucking funny to not show.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty sure because I got banned, all of my good ones are gone.
Well, you didn't get banned from the group for that one, to my knowledge. They just refused to put it up because like news or whatever.
True. There has to be some reason I can't find them. Anytime I go searching, I might also just be dumb.
Maybe, but that's okay. We still love you.
Fair.
Open in Messenger. Haven't done this in a while.
Right? Gotta search the old Messagino. Actually, I'm sure if I searched ours, I could probably find it. I was probably just lazy when I did it. But such is the way.
Here it is.
Oh god.
Hang on. Can I make it bigger? Yes.
What shit did I make? Yeah, they weren't a fan. Leaves from the vine.
Yeah, that group just in general doesn't let you make jokes about real world politics because they also banned the one I made about all this knowledge is lost in the South.
Is a person dying politics?
Apparently, yes, which is really odd to me, but apparently.
Like, that is fucking insane. That is okay. Like, bro, are you telling me that if Leonardo DiCaprio dies, it's a fucking movie? Is that what you're saying to me? Like, this is stupid.
Apparently, yeah.
This is so fucking dumb, and I hate it here. Yo, bro, who's trying to hear the soundtrack of how Kanye West burned up in a fire? Like, fuck off.
I hate how realistic that possibility is.
All I'm saying is that last one will sound kind of good. Can we get much higher? Like, Kanye would make Burning Up sound good.
Paul Walker probably made Burning Up sound really good, and I don't mind making fun of him because he was a fucking gross pervert.
Who?
Paul Walker.
I mean, he did go out in a flash.
True. Well, it probably wasn't much of a flash if we're being real. It was probably slower than that.
I mean, do you think it was fast or furious?
The stop that caused the fire was certainly very fast.
And the rage of the fuel was very furious.
Yeah, and remember, everybody, this is something you should know. Paul Walker dated a 16-year-old girl when he was well into his 30s. He's a pedophiliac, and therefore it's okay to make fun of the horrible way he died.
He wants to fuck people named Peter?
That would be better than what he actually wanted to fuck.
What's a pedophiliac?
Oh, that's just a term. It's fucking from Bad Santa 2.
Oh.
Sometimes I'm typing and they won't let me write the word pedophile because we've all fucking turned the internet into a goddamn safe space, so I'll write pedophiliac instead. So I don't have to use a term like rapist or serial unaliver or any of that other fucking TikTok horse shit.
I really hate how, like, I don't want to long for the edgy spaces of Xbox 360. But I'd prefer it to all this weird talk that it's just the same thing. Just algorithmic nonsense.
Damn, I don't know if I can find an image of it, but you know Pretty Little Liars, the book that is? Here it is. In the latest edition of it, they fucking updated one of its now dated references to be more current and made it make less sense as a result.
What's over there? What does DNF mean?
Do not finish.
I'm not understanding.
This used to say, like, somebody in the comments had the original.
No, like, who's updating books is like what I'm not understanding.
The rights holders who wanted to put it on mobile, I guess.
Well, wouldn't it be a whole new version?
Well, that's the thing, is that they don't advertise that they made the change. If they did, that'd be one thing, because you could then choose which edition you buy.
It's just so...
Yeah, I don't like it. Especially because nobody comes over to watch a single TikTok that you just send them the TikTok. The original reference, because it was 2006, said, do you want to come over and watch Fear Factor? That makes sense. That's a whole hour of TV. You would come over to someone's house to hang out with them for an hour. You wouldn't come over to someone's house to watch a single TikTok.
Do you know the weirdest part?
What?
Fear Factor is relevant because of Joe Rogan.
True.
So you can bring that up, and I like.
Right before this, actually, remember how Invincible did that crossover with Spider-Man back in the day?
Yes.
So there were rights issues preventing them from reprinting that for a while, and they finally worked them out. But in the new version that's reprinted, they did the same thing. They changed all the Blockbuster jokes to like Amazon Prime jokes. Like, fuck you. Stop altering shit.
I hate the world.
Even Even Fahrenheit 451 does that in some editions.
Hmm?
They don't change anything super significant, but because like you've read Fahrenheit 451, right? Yeah. So because it's supposed to be like in the future, the somewhat near future, they some editions update what year Montag cites as the year since which we fought and won 2 atomic wars. Like the original line is we fought and won 2 atomic wars since 1960, but some editions like changed it to like 1990, or there's a new one that changed it to like 2022 or whatever.
God forbid we ever have a fucking appendix.
Yeah, I've seen both movie adaptations of Fahrenheit 451, and neither was very good. And what they need to do, if they're ever going to do it, is lean into the dated aspect of it, make it on purpose like a late 50s version of the future.
Retrofuturism.
Yeah, but like really fucking lean into it. Like in the original book, Montag says his yearly salary is like $6,000, which was a normal working class salary in like 1953. But
Yeah. It's just old sci-fi.
yeah, I know. They didn't. That's what's weird. They, as far as I know, they haven't updated that, but they've updated the year he cites. Like either update it all, or better yet, don't.
I think it's just coddling of audiences.
I know, but stop that. The whole book is about how it's bad to coddle the audience.
I know, but constantly people see coddling the audience and they go, it's okay a little bit.
The thing I did like in the original movie, the one from the late 60s, which I don't love for a variety of reasons, but one thing I did like in it was how they chose to depict interactive TV.
How is the interactive TV?
So what he walks in and his wife's watching some fucking terrible soap opera.
Sure.
And they basically it's like Dora the Explorer. Like the characters will pause and then ask you, the viewer, what you think. And apparently they have fairly advanced software because the characters are capable of asking you, the viewer, by name. I don't know if like it's auto-generated or if they just have like the 200 most common names and they do a take of each one or whatever. But whatever way it works out, because his wife's name is Linda, and they'll go like, but who murdered the shopkeeper? What do you think, Linda? Bless you.
Thank you.
Like he delivers it like that too. What do you think, Linda? And then it like pauses with the music playing for like 15 seconds for her to guess who the murderer is. And then she does, and when it comes back, they turn to her again and go, "You're right, Linda. You're absolutely right."
We're gonna play Clue, but with video influences.
Yeah,
Do
like
you
they're,
think
they're
this
just
is
doing Dora.
Wow, that's a really good point. I think I agree with you there.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Like, what the fuck? I hate this.
And then so the more recent movie they did in like 2018, let's say, maybe as early as 16. That was an HBO movie, like straight to HBO. And it actually had Michael B. Jordan and Michael Shannon as Montag and his what was his boss's name? It doesn't matter. It had the two of them as the two leads. And that one actually it attempted to update the material. And I applaud their effort, but it just didn't. It wound up being really different, was the problem.
Yeah, I mean, but have you seen how far the fucking rabbit hole goes? We have an Animal Farm movie coming out, and I want to shoot people.
Yeah.
Have you seen?
I'll get to that in a minute. Don't worry. But yeah, like I don't know. I appreciated the fact that one, they showed books in the burning piles that didn't exist when the original book was written. So I appreciated the fact that they acknowledged that literature has marched on. But and they kind of had a version of the internet in there, like a kind of instant messaging platform type of thing everyone uses to fuck around. Like, so they tried to update it, and it kind of worked, but not really. I don't know.
You can't update it; it just doesn't work at all.
Yeah, the first one doesn't really update it. It's a faithful adaptation of the book. It's just not done very well.
Oh, well, at least
Like, yeah, like the let me pull up what their fucking fire truck looks like because it looks so ridiculous that my English class actually burst out laughing when they showed it.
I mean, it's gonna look ridiculous anyway, ain't it?
Well, it doesn't have to. They could have just used a regular ass fire truck.
But
Instead, they used this thing, which looks like a toy. Like, that looks like something you buy for, like, your Ninja Turtle action figures.
that is an old fire truck.
Well, no, it doesn't have a fucking inside. It's supposed to have an inside. It's supposed to look like this.
Says who?
Anyway, it looks silly. And they also, for some reason, what was the woman that he meets who like first turns him on to like reading books and shit? I forget her name.
I'm not good with the names, just like the young drunk girl.
Well, the one who they claim was drunk but isn't.
Yeah.
They had the same actress play her and Montag's wife in different wigs, and like clearly they thought they were saying something with that, but it just doesn't really work.
What were they trying to say?
Probably, well, certainly that he has a type, but they were probably also implying that like, oh, like he's attracted to that spark of creativity that has been burnt out of his wife, and that's why he's interested in this girl because she reminds him of who his wife used to be. I don't know, like it's not like a terrible fucking movie. Maybe I'd like it more if I watched it now, but like it's not anywhere near as good as the book. And I love that book despite having at least one enormous fucking plot hole.
What's the plot hole?
So Montag gets introduced as this like loyal firefighter who believes in what they do and he believes in burning the books. Like literally the first word of the book is it was a pleasure to burn.
Sure.
But then he starts to become interested in the books and everything.
Yes.
And then later on, he needs to have a stockpile of books for the plot to work. So he just opens his air vent and pulls out a bunch of books. And it's like, wait, he's been stockpiling those since before the story?
I mean,
Like, Bradbury himself actually acknowledged that he fucked up. And then when the stage play version of the book changed it to something else, he said, that's better. And if I could rewrite the book, I would use that.
I thought it was just something about he liked how they looked.
That's where it starts, but like he's committing a serious fucking crime by having that stockpile of books. And if you read the book version, the implication is he's had that stockpile since before the story started.
Yeah, but they look really nice. They got like gold leaf edges.
I don't know. The edition that I read in high school had like a really cool afterword where they had interviews with Ray Bradbury and everything and why he wrote this and that. But one of the things they talked about is stuff that they added to the stage play version, which they did in like the 60s.
Well, hold on, because correct me if I'm wrong. At the end, what's the ending?
He escapes the city and he meets up. I forget the book people. I forget what they're called.
Yeah, but everyone memorizes one book.
Yeah, and he's I remember this distinctly for some reason. He is assigned to memorize the Book of Ecclesiastes.
Yeah. I always thought that like that combined with him just looking at shit, he just probably found a Bible and thought that shit looked nice as fuck.
Well, there's an extra scene in the stage play version that, again, Bradbury said he wished he'd thought of for the book, where he meets with his boss in his boss's office, and his boss's office has like a hidden room filled with fucking books. And he's like, yo, what are you doing, man? I thought our job was to burn these. And he goes, no, you misunderstand, Montag. Reading the books is illegal. Possessing them is not. That's why I keep them here. Right. Yeah, he's like, I keep them here as a reminder of what we do and of like, how dangerous they can be.
That's the fucked thing about when you read a couple different versions of these old books. I don't remember which one's which, so I didn't know that was from that.
Well, that's from the stage version, but they include like a summary of it in the end of the book because it's included in an interview with Bradbury.
Have they not just like rewritten the scene at this point?
No, partially because Bradbury kind of believed like, no, you'd need to stick with the book as it's written, flawed or not. Like, don't go back and like George Lucas the shit.
Yet, how many abridged versions of Fahrenheit 451 are there?
I don't know, but if there are any, they were almost certainly done without his approval.
There's hundreds of different editions. Well, probably dozens.
Other than changing that year, I don't know what other changes they make in the book. I distinctly know for sure that the one I read in high school was the original unaltered because one, it said 1960, and two, it had some of the dated racist language, not racist, but racial language. Like his boss uses the term colored at one point, and he's not being racist to say it. He just like he literally says, you know, books bother the things that are in books bother people. Uncle Tom's Cabin bothers white people, so we burn it. Little Black Sambo bothers colored people, so we burn it.
I'll be real. Who said you were racist? Who are you? Who are you talking to?
Who did I? Who said I was racist?
Well, no. So, like, who said that was racist? I mean,
oh, like nobody said it to me personally. I'm just saying that, like, if you're going to be updating the language in a book from that era, you'd probably replace the word colored with black.
Not necessarily. I mean,
well, if you're trying to modernize it, which some editions do.
No. Like, I don't know if you would, because like, colored isn't necessarily offensive depending on the time.
No, it isn't. But like, if if we're rewriting the book to give you, the reader, the impression that it takes place in like 2050 or whatever, like they're probably not going to be using the word colored in 2050.
Why?
I doubt we're going back to that one. It's not impossible. But
we have literally undone Supreme Court mandates recently.
Yes, but we do so with woke language.
And you don't think that that's on the same course to go back and be saying colored in 2050?
Frankly, I think that if we're going to backtrack on what term we use, he would have just said the N-word.
Well, you can't go... See, you can't drive directly from the street onto the highway. There's this thing called an on-ramp.
Sometimes there is just right onto the highway, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, and that's where a bunch of accidents happen.
Yeah, there was
have a smooth flow of racism transition.
I used to live right near Route 9, and there was one little road that I always took to get on Route 9. And it was one of those, like, it was just a right angle turn from a stop sign onto the highway. So basically, unless you're at like a really opportune time of day with no traffic, the second you're done making the turn, you got to go.
That's fun.
I mean, I did it so many times that I'm numb to it now. Like, if I had to do it again, I would just be like, yep. But it was pretty amusing to think about that and be like, yeah, that's an accident waiting to happen.
Absolutely.
There was the intersection right near my house. My family and I used to call it the intersection from hell, just because it was like the worst designed intersection you've ever seen in your entire life. Like we used that term non-judgmentally. Like my dad would say things like, you know, oh, I saw a deer running through the street near the intersection from hell. It was really weird. Like
non-judgmentally saying,
like he was like we said it so many times that it was no longer a joke. It was just the matter-of-fact way we identify where we were.
Was it like a Tribe Called Quest? Did you have to say the whole damn thing?
I don't know if we had to, but we always did. But anyway, the reason I bring it up, it was so bad, and coincidentally, they did this right as soon as I didn't fucking live there anymore. It was so bad that they've altered it since to like as a traffic calming thing.
What do you mean?
Do I have a drawing app on here that I can like show you what it was shaped like?
I mean, you can just share your screen and open the old Paint.
Well, I'm not on a Microsoft computer, so I don't have Paint specifically.
Oh,
But
gross.
let me see what apps I have that would allow me to do that.
Are we on Linux yet?
I should be, but no, I'm on Mac.
Yeah.
Do I have a good drawing app that comes on here? Damn, man, do I really not have that?
I mean, you got GarageBand, but no Paint.
I thought I had some equivalent of Paint.
What happens if you type in Paint?
Oh, I got an idea. I'll just use GIMP.
I mean, I really feel like we should be using a modern term at this point.
Well, that too, but no, GIMP is it's like a shitty free version of Photoshop. Okay, can I draw with this? Is there
GIMP is the motherfucker who's in a box in Pulp Fiction wearing the leather.
Bring out the GIMP. The GIMP sleeping, Maynard. Well, break him up then. Or no, Zed. Maynard was the one who said it. Zed is the one saying, "Wake up the GIMP."
But Zed's dead now.
Zed's dead, baby. They made a movie called Zed's Dead that's like an unofficial sequel to Pulp Fiction.
They did?
I think so.
I mean, I know Zed's Dead's a fucking DJ.
Yeah, I think it was that guy. Like, or maybe it wasn't. Anyway, here, I found an app. So, my house was way up on the street, like here, let's say. And then there's the street, I shouldn't say it. I don't want to dox the people who live there now. Leading all the way down to this intersection here. And then there was another street over on this side that also intersected here. Now, you might be thinking, surely they have stop signs in order to indicate whose turn it is to go. They did not. They also had a little connector here, bridging the two. So they have these, which there's no indication of whose turn it is to go and who isn't. And then they had a driveway here leading into, like, I think a fucking nunnery or it was some kind of Catholic thing. I forget if it was a nunnery or
a fucking nunnery? What the fuck has entered the chat?
I forget if it was that or a Catholic school or like something, but some kind of Catholic bullshit. They had a driveway leading there, which would also have cars coming out. And then they had another street over here leading from that street, all of which is going to the same fucking one road. I learned to drive here. And this is why I'm so good at it.
That's not that bad.
It is at rush hour, motherfucker. You have no idea. See, you say it's not that bad, and that's true. It's not that bad if you know how to drive. But this is Massachusetts.
No one knows how to drive.
Yeah, I can handle it just fine. Other people cannot. It was so bad that as of last time I visited that town to see one of my friends on Thanksgiving, or the day after Thanksgiving, they had changed this part here into, like, they put in a nice little grassy thing in the middle and, like, put a curve with a stop sign, so you have to make a left turn here. Like, they kind of made it more like this as traffic calming, essentially. But I grew up going the old-fashioned way, where there's, like, no clue as to whose turn it is, no stop signs marking anything.
I live right near a 6-way intersection. I understand.
Yeah, this is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, potentially 5, depending on who's coming this way. There's this thing here too. I don't even know what the purpose of this is, other than cops fucking writing tickets from their speed trap.
Do people not live there?
Well, this is like a tiny little, like, 20-foot stretch of pavement. Like, there's nothing there.
Bikes? I don't know.
I'm assuming it's just for people turning around and going this way, but it was just really odd that there's a little 20-foot stretch with nothing there except a bunch of trees and cops pulling over and taking out their fucking radar gun.
That is a little weird, ain't it?
Also, fun fact for everybody, radar and laser technology do not work properly unless the window is open. So if you ever get a radar or laser ticket on a day where the cop didn't have the window open, it's inadmissible in court, and you can make that argument to the clerk magistrate.
Yeah, I heard, they don't even have to have the same cop that pulled you over up here in court now.
Yeah, which is a blatant fucking violation of the Constitution, but okay.
It really feels illegal to me, but okay.
It is. No, it literally is. One of the, I forget which amendment. I forget if it's the 6th or the 4th or what, but one of the rights enshrined in it is the right to face your accuser in court. So if they refuse to cough up the accuser, meaning the cop who wrote the ticket, they're in violation of your rights.
This is America.
Yeah.
That you're slipping on.
In fact, because my fucking dad has taught me a bunch of this shit. Technically speaking, if the cop doesn't show up to the clerk magistrate hearing, they have to rule in your favor. Now, they might just say, fuck you and break the law, but legally that's what they have to do. And if you show up with a lawyer, that's what they will do.
Yeah, but nowadays they have like a representative that just shows up in everyone's favor.
I'm pretty sure that if you show up with a lawyer, they will fucking refrain from doing that.
I mean, it would be nice.
It's been a long time since I had to fight a speeding ticket, so I don't know for sure, but...
Yeah, I know. Like, I just heard they're using new tactics.
Yeah, which of course are fucking illegal. You want to hear a fucking story about something illegal, and I'm not doxing anybody because the local news did a story about this. My fucking father was literally victim of double jeopardy. Like, they just wiped their fucking dicks and balls with the Constitution.
It's not real.
Yeah. And my white fucking middle-class father, who looks completely inoffensive. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so I was in the car for this one, and I know that because I had to go to court twice over this. He gets a fucking laser ticket on the highway when we're coming home from New Jersey. Blatantly fucking bullshit because he claimed we were going 92, even though I was looking at the speedometer and we weren't. Like, he just total bullshit.
I do love going 92.
Yeah, we weren't, by the way. We were going the same speed as everyone else.
Was that 92?
No. It was high 70s, probably. So we show up, we get our clerk magistrate hearing, whenever it is, like fucking 3 months later. And I have to be there this time because I'm a witness. We show up, so the cop doesn't show up, so the judge rules in our favor. Cool. We've done it a million times. We walk out. And then, like, fucking several months later, my dad gets a letter from, like, the Massachusetts, I forget if it was the DMV or what, saying, hey, you've still refused to pay that ticket. We're gonna fucking like surcharge your insurance if you don't. And then he calls them up and he's like, excuse me, I have a ruling right here on paper that I kept saying that they ruled in my favor. And then they're like, well, the cop got the wrong date, and so he didn't show up, so yeah, we have to try it again. And he's like, that's a blatant fucking violation of the double jeopardy clause. And they're like, yeah, but we don't care.
Did they reappeal the same thing?
They tried to try him twice for the same fucking offense. And then we showed up to the next clerk magistrate hearing, and the cop yet again failed to show up, so they ruled in our favor again. And this time, they wrote it down in multiple places.
That's fun.
Yeah, they did. The fucking news interviewed my dad about it. They got like B-roll footage of him driving and shit. Like, it was a whole fucking thing.
Sounds weird. There's not a lawsuit.
What'd you say?
Sounds weird. There's not a lawsuit.
Basically, the only reason there wasn't is because they still gave us what we wanted. So, like, whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Whatever you say.
God, I fucking hate cops, man. I I don't get how people bootlick, because even if you don't accept the empirically true statement that the police are racist as fuck, and even if you don't accept the notion that, like, oh, they commit brutality because, like, well, I've never seen it. If I ignored all of that and based my opinion of the police solely on my own personal interactions with them, I would still hate the fucking cops.
Yeah, but like, what about the Smurfs, dude?
What about the Smurfs?
Blue lives matter.
The only blue lives that matter are those of the Smurfs and Sonic the Hedgehog.
Whoa. James Cameron didn't make a hypothetical alien race very similar to the Native Americans in Dancing with Wolves just to have you forget about them.
Ah, but see, here's the thing. The Na'vi live on another planet and are therefore bound by a different legal system.
But not a different morality system, and their lives still matter.
That is true. Oh god, I'm thinking about the fucking tickets I've had to fight. I'll never forget the time I was ticketed for parking on the sidewalk on a street with no sidewalk. I will never fucking forget that, dude.
You really gotta stop calling cops slurs, dude.
This was before I started calling them slurs too.
Allegedly.
Yeah, remember that street? Remember Simmons at our college?
Yes.
Remember that street out back of it where people would park when the lot was full?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I parked there on the section with no sidewalk and got a ticket for parking on the sidewalk. And that one was the easiest appeal I've ever done in my entire life, because I just went to the fucking monthly parking clerk hearing, showed him a photo of how I was parked, and he said, "Oh, that's ridiculous," and then just fucking ruled in my favor.
There's no sidewalk.
Also, I got a speeding ticket once that was literally just not my car. I don't remember. It's been fucking, Jesus, 8 years now. So I don't remember every single detail, but it was like I was at a stop because there's a red light, and then the light goes green, and I turn left, and I'm going down the street, and the speed limit's like 30 something, so I'm staying about 30 something. And there's a car in front of me fucking flying. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. And then I see a cop in one of the lots, and I'm like, oh, damn, he's going to pull that guy over. Whatever. So I just keep driving. He pulls my ass over.
Yeah.
He literally got a reading on his fucking gun, decided it would be hard to catch that guy, so he just pretended I did it.
Well, you did do it.
No, I didn't. I went 30 in a 30-something.
Prove it.
I can't now. I don't have the fucking odometer anymore.
Yeah. See, folks, he admits his guilt.
How I did prove it, though, was my dad, being the fucking, like, construction lunatic that he is, had, like, 1,000-foot tape measure in the garage. So he and I go back there the next day to the exact same stretch of road when the cop's not there anymore, and we measure the distance between the stop where I turned left and where the cop was hidden. And it was about 800 feet. And we did the math, and we determined, and we had citations for it and everything, that my car literally cannot accelerate to the speed he claimed I was going in the space I had.
How do you prove that?
Well, because the car has documented specs on how quickly it can go from 0 to 60. So you can, from there, do the math. Basically, how fast does the car have to be in order to go from 0 to 45 miles an hour in 800 feet? And the answer is faster than my car can go.
But you also drive a hot rod that you modded yourself.
I wish. No, I drive a Honda Accord.
On whose Accord?
Oh, on my own, technically, because it's my car. But anyway, we had a big-ass fucking legal defense prepared, and it wound up not mattering because the cop didn't fucking show up.
I'm just be interested to see how that would go.
How what would go?
Like you arguing all these facts to the judge and him just being like, but I haven't seen your car.
Well, I had a lawyer there to do it for me because this fucking clerk magistrate hates my father.
How often is your family fighting tickets?
Often enough that the clerk magistrate knows my fucking dad's name, and when he comes in, goes like, "Oh God, it's this guy."
And you guys have a lawyer just like on like retainer for this shit?
Not on retainer, but we had her for some particular thing, so we like knew her phone number. And then when this came up, we were like, "Hey, do you feel like fucking killing an hour to come to this thing with us?" And she was like, "Sure." We paid her for it, of course, but yeah. In fact, we walk in and we see him. I hadn't met him before, but my dad is just like, "Oh, great, it's this guy." But he wound up ruling in our favor after 3 seconds anyway, because the fucking there just simply was no argument.
Apparently, those good days are over.
No, hopefully not. Well, actually, for us, the good days are over because we don't live there anymore, so we never have to see that fucking asshole again.
True.
Dude, you should have seen the fucking like seething animosity my dad has for that guy to this fucking day. Like at some point, the guy had cancer and like took a leave of absence because of it, and my dad was like, "Damn it, I was hoping that cancer would fucking kill him."
Yo.
Actually, one of the times he fought a ticket, it might have been the Double Jeopardy one, but I forget. Because he always, my dad's he should have been a lawyer. He always digs into like the cop's record, like, "Oh, I see you haven't had your eyes checked in 7 years. Could that lead to you reading my speed incorrectly?" You know, that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them, the cop had fucking paternity leave scheduled like right around the time the hearing was. So when we were picking dates for the hearing, my dad was literally like, "Schedule it for there. I want to ruin this guy's fucking paternity leave."
How would you know when a guy had his last eye exam?
Well, because that's part of the record when you're a police officer. All your medical records are all of your non-confidential medical records are part of it. So, like, yeah, if you haven't visited an optometrist in 7 years, like, that's noted in your record.
Huh.
They also note how often you have calibrated or recalibrated your radar gun, and cops never fucking do that. And that's another great way to get out of a ticket.
Why? Does it take that long?
What'd you say?
Does it take that long to calibrate it or recalibrate it?
No. But the more frequently you do, the more you can rely on the fact that its readings are accurate.
And people don't want to do that.
Well, yeah, technically it is illegal to operate a radar gun with the window closed, but cops do that because it's fucking cold most of the time in this state.
If I had a nickel for every time cops did something illegal, I'd be able to afford a cop.
Yeah, what are some other good fucking tricks? I know a few of them. There's the eye thing. There's the whole fucking calibrating the radar gun. There's the refraction effect from a window. Technically speaking, a cop is required to look at the car and estimate speed before pulling out the radar gun, but they never do.
That's actually fucking terrible.
Yeah, like it's like the way they do it, where they camp in a spot with the gun out, waiting for someone to speed. That's just straight up not legal. Like it's fucking insane, but they do it anyway. In fact, do you remember that big ass controversy with the state police like 6 years ago? Nick, you still alive there, buddy?
I'm sorry. Can I say that one more time?
This is what 300 milligrams of THC does to you, folks. Do you remember like 6 years ago there was that big ass fucking scandal where like a fuck ton of the Massachusetts state troopers were fraudulently collecting overtime?
Yes, actually, yeah.
This cop was one of them, and it wasn't the incident that broke the story, but it was one of a number of incidents where they were like, "Yep, this motherfucker's dirty." Yeah, like this cop was one of many who was like basically forging his overtime checks.
Did he have to like use his boss to do it, or was he just like doing it on his own?
Oh, it was a group effort. Like there were literal hundreds of cops who were forced to resign over it, and he was one of them.
Is it really forging at that point, or is it just they're all doing it fraudulently?
Yeah, that's kind of what I mean. He was fraudulently collecting overtime pay.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
I've never experienced this myself, but a lesson I learned from a lawyer on the internet once was if you see an arrest that makes just zero fucking sense, like arrested for drugs even though he had no drugs on him type of thing, look at how close to the end of the cop's shift that arrest took place, because you get overtime pay for filling out that paperwork, but that paperwork takes like a second to fill out. Like it's really fucking easy. So that's one thing cops will do if they feel like collecting overtime without any actual work is manufacture cause for an arrest right before their shift is over.
Oh,
yeah, they're demons from hell.
And that could be worse.
They wonder. Well, yeah, they could be ice agents. Yeah, that they wonder why people hate their fucking guts when they behave like this. They're assholes. They're demons. Fuck them all to death.
All right, Garrison.
Now, Mr. Garrison, what do you mean by that? I mean, take out our dicks and pull down their pants and fuck them until they die.
Also, did you say you took 300 milligrams of THC?
No, I said you took 300 milligrams, and I can tell because you're struggling to stay awake.
No, I just have a fucked up internet connection, buddy.
Oh, that too. But I see you going like
hitting me with drug accusations. This is heinous. Yeah, dude. I'm hearing the white guy talk about cops. That's all I can do. Just yeah.
Oh, I'm sure you have your own fucking horror stories, but I bet that they probably are more upsetting to talk about than mine. So I wasn't going to ask you about them.
Oh no, it's more just like how do I put this? When hell is so commonplace, it's like I'm so desensitized to it.
It's easy to get that way, yeah.
That's the problem with this issue. It's just I'm like, yeah. What do you want to do? Like,
yeah, I mean, my fucking white ass, like middle class background, taller than most people I interact with, motherfucker ass. I have been personally mistreated by virtually every cop I've ever met in my fucking life. So if that's what I'm getting, can you imagine what Nick is getting, or what my other black friend I talked about earlier is getting, or my trans friends, or fucking any of the other groups?
They're very fun.
Yeah, they're assholes, man.
I eat actual candy.
Hell yeah, brother.
Get some real sugar. Get high on life, Larry.
I actually, funny you say that, I pre-ordered the physical version of High on Life 2 back in August, and I'm still waiting for it.
I fucking loved the first one.
Yeah, I did too.
Did you do the like weird ending thing?
I think I did everything. I got every trophy, so I think I did everything.
Okay. Because I remember you had to collect a bunch of things, right?
Yeah.
And then you'd go and it'd give you like a key card, something of the kind.
Yeah. Did you go to the movie theater in the game? Do you know who those three guys in the front are?
Who are they?
Those are the Red Letter Media guys.
Oh.
Yeah, they like, because they do occasional voice acting and stuff, mostly from fans of theirs who want cameos. But yeah, that's Mike, Jay, and Rich from Red Letter Media doing basically what they do with their actual movie commentaries for Demon Wind, which is like some shitty 80s horror movie.
I watched like a solid half an hour of it.
The only reason I didn't listen to the whole thing is because I haven't seen Demon Wind, but when I do, I'm gonna go back and put the game back in and listen to the entire commentary.
I gotta go back and watch Tammy and the T-Rex.
Yeah, you can sit there and watch the entire movie on the in-game TV if you want. In fact, one of the trophies is called it's called something like "We paid for the rights, damn it," and it's like sit and watch enough of Tammy, like 5 minutes or whatever of Tammy and the T-Rex.
Oh yeah, no, I watched that amount, but like I want to watch the whole fucking thing.
With the Red Letter Media guys, what's great is that you can tell it's unscripted because they'll occasionally remember that they're supposed to be aliens.
Yes.
Yeah, like Mike will go like, oh man, I just got something in my nose, and then the other one goes, Mike, we're aliens. We don't have noses, remember?
That's great.
Yeah, they probably the most notable one of those, or at least the one I know you'll know, is Desmond from the pilot of Smiling Friends is Mike from Red Letter Media.
Did you say Desmond?
Yeah, the guy who wants to kill himself. Like he's like on the Ferris wheel with the gun to his head.
I am kind of happy Smiling Friends is done.
Meaning, like, you're happy it didn't go on so long that it sucks?
No. Meaning, the most heinous group of racists I see online are in a Smiling Friends fan group, and they're all sad now, so they're not posting a bunch of right-wing trash.
I mean, Smiling Friends isn't the most political show, but I certainly never got a right-wing bent from it.
Neither is Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, I was talking about that the other day. Or in fact, just today, I was trying to see if Croissant Posting was still around. But
yeah, this is like this is like the equivalent. It's like Smiling Friends, Bibble posting or something like that.
God damn it! Now I have to go look at these fucking Nazi chuds.
Oh yeah. Worst part. One, like a bunch of them aren't even from America.
Well, yeah, as we've learned from recent years, seemingly 50% of white supremacists are Indian.
Which is really weird.
Well, the reason why is because the little pittance you get for spreading racist horseshit on Twitter is an actual living wage in India.
I suppose.
Was it Smiling Friends Pim posting?
Hold on. I'll add you to it.
Okay.
I have a shell phone.
I don't think this was the one I'm looking for, but I'll join it anyway. God, I wish the original Croissant Posting was still around. Oh, yeah, Glep.
Fucking Blibly posting.
Blibly. Oh, here it is.
Sent it to you.
This is gonna piss me the fuck off. I just know it.
He's like, I can sense it. I can feel it in my bones.
Hang on.
Yeah, no, the amount of just heinous people that I have to deal with.
Yeah, I wish I could show some of what Croissant Posting used to fucking look like, man. Where's this fucking password? Because I don't feel like actually reading all this bullshit. Oogly goo.
Oogly goo?
Yeah, because they like, in order to make sure you're not a bot joining the group, they make you like actually read shit. So one of the questions is, what's the password hint it's in the rules in order to force you to actually read all the rules?
Can't you just control F password?
I could, but they don't always say when it's the password. Sometimes they like just put it in brackets or whatever. So
that's dumb.
Well, this is the fucking cover photo, so we're off to a great start so far.
Oh yeah.
You can tell a conservative drew this because it sucks.
Jesus.
Am I wrong? Conservatives can't fucking draw.
They occasionally can.
The best you get is like Ben Garrison, and yeah, like he can competently draw, but he has no fucking flair. There's no style.
I really feel like you want to be careful here because all it takes is one simple painter.
Yeah, and he wasn't very good.
To be fair, the part he wasn't good at was having any interesting perspective. He was competent at strokes, but like
It's funny you say perspective too, because he struggled with that. Like,
yeah,
if you-
no, yeah.
like if you look at his paintings, sometimes shit is like at the wrong angle because he was. And I'm not one to talk. I fucking suck dick at drawing and painting, but like Jesus Christ, I didn't try to go to school for it.
yeah, like
I'm trying to find a sample of what their memes used to look like.
amateur and mediocre. Oh, yeah, let's see. I mean, I might be able to pull up one or two of these heinous things if that's what you want.
See, the problem is that if I search croissant posting memes, I just get pictures of Carl and memes about his croissant.
Oh, watch. Put have that back on screen.
All right.
Put quotation marks around croissant poster.
Okay. I forgot that was a trick.
Bam. You're welcome. See how it gets immediately terrible?
Well, yeah, okay.
You see what I mean? It gets immediately terrible.
He's just lying on this one. Like, that's just simply not true.
So to be clear, we just have genocide denial?
Yeah, and also there literally were ashes and bone fragments found at that site. Like, you're just making things up.
Like, but like we're just denying a genocide. That's not even a meme. That's just hatred.
Well, this one isn't a Nazi one, but it is horrifying.
I hate that so much. I'm upset that I taught you this trick or agree showed you this trick. Oh God.
Yeah, most of this isn't even croissant posting either.
But that's terrible. What is this?
Oh yeah, here's the cover photo from the updated group, now with 100% less Nazis.
100%.
Well, yeah, because the group got zucked, so the admins made a new one that with the much more explicit rules. Or it was probably different admins, honestly.
And this one doesn't deny the Holocaust.
Yeah, here, let me see if I can find the one I always think of with this group.
Oh, Christ.
Carl Wieser. No, it's not on here. Fuck.
Right.
So one of the here, I'll describe what it was.
Tell me about it.
It was like a stock photo of Carl, like probably this one or a similar one. And they just put the like in impact font and everything. Like it was the most boomer meme you've ever seen. They just put up sure, maybe it happened, but 6 million? It's like, is that supposed to be funny? Because it isn't. And it's also bullshit.
I mean, it's pretty lame.
Yeah, like if you're gonna be I can't believe I'm saying this. If you're gonna be racist, you have to at least be funny, or at the very least have like some degree of accuracy to your stereotype.
Bro, when you say things like that, you make me wish I was taking drugs. Are you serious? What do you mean?
Like, I don't approve of making memes making fun of black people. But
Here comes but what? What do you mean, but?
If you insist on engaging in racist bullshit, do me the favor of being accurate with your racist bullshit.
You are making your hole deeper. So you're telling me that they can do you a personal favor by curating their racist bullshit.
They can do themselves a personal favor by being accurate with their stupidity. Like,
so
if you want to make
accurate,
like, I'll put it this way: if you want to make like a racist ass fried chicken meme, don't make it about Mexicans. That's not how the stereotype works.
That's What do you mean?
And
So-
also, in the word, yeah, my mom is correct. There is no accuracy to racism. True, but you can at least have the correct ethnicity when you make racist jokes.
What do you mean?
I actually, the same black friend I was talking about earlier once said something that lives rent free in my head, which is, of course, black people love fried chicken. Everybody does! It's amazing!
I just. What?
Sorry, Mama, you do have to claim me. I am unfortunately yours.
Mom gives a disclaimer like, sorry.
That was your bad decision to create me,
Mom,
and here we
first
are.
he says I'm on drugs. Now he's saying racism. This is heinous. I can't believe
Dude,
it.
fucking croissant posting,
This, Larry.
and I know I've told you this, and I know it'll speak to you because of who you are.
All right, let's do it.
I once got invested in a fucking debate with one of these Nazis. Like, I don't know what they said that crawled up my ass because it was 6 years ago. But I was like, all right, you've got my fucking attention, motherfucker. I'm gonna actually argue with you and I'm gonna win.
Oh.
And I did. It was like a 2-on-1 thing too. It was fucking awesome. But I was there for like an hour and a half. I got so into it that I started Googling Irish crime stats from the 1850s. Because they were arguing that black people commit crime because of genetics, and I was like, no, you're full of shit. And here's a fucking stat to prove it. Boom. In the year 1850 in New York City, 56% of all of the arrests were of Irish immigrants. Why? Because they were treated like shit.
Nazis?
What?
Oh, I will show you the best argument I've ever given to a Nazi.
Is that your fist as in fighting them, or your fist as in, like, pressing the go away button?
Oh no, it's just my knuckles, as in why fucking converse with a Nazi?
I don't remember why he got me going, but there was something he said where I was like, all right, I will actually give you my fucking attention. Like, this one is worth kicking your
These
ass.
guys deny the Holocaust exists. I don't think reason is gonna get to them.
No, I wasn't trying to convince them. I was trying to convince the people around them who didn't know if I was right or not, and I did because a few people jumped in and were like, hey, he's kind of got a point here. Like,
What? Well, what sort of heinous place was this croissant posting?
you were there. You know what kind of heinous place it was.
I know, but like,
My mom agrees with you.
here we go. Here we go. It's
Yeah, like I said, it was fucking 6 years ago, so I don't remember what he said that got me going. But I was like, no, this one I'm actually gonna beat the shit out of.
I've gotten so tired of it, man. Like I used to go on and on with these people who would try to fucking bait me or fucking use like strongman arguments, and I'd give so much time and attention. And I'll be real, there are so many modern events going on, and there's so many historical events that apply to them. Every moment that we spend arguing with one of these schmucks could be better used looking at a historical example of how to be better prepared for them.
My mom says, I agree with my Nick, but I'm old and fat, so I just stick my foot out in front of them so they face plant on the sidewalk. That is also a valid way to deal with them.
Dude, that's efficient warfare.
This was like right after COVID started, so maybe I was just like going mad from not being able to do anything, or maybe I do remember the feeling of I want to challenge myself. I want to see if I can kick this guy's ass using just what I already know. And the answer was yes.
One, folks, I need to remind everyone that Larry is the size of a Skyrim giant.
Very funny.
And him fighting anyone consists of picking them up like Arnold Schwarzenegger going, ha ha, little man.
That's actually something really funny I forgot to mention when I was bitching about the cops earlier. The one who pulled me over because he fucking was too lazy to chase the other car, that one stuck in my fucking craw worse than most because that guy was like skinnier than me and much shorter, and I just know if he didn't have his stupid fucking Batman belt, I could have kicked his fucking ass.
Did you say a Batman belt?
Yeah, he's got like the fucking belt with all the stupid cop gadgets on it.
The utility
Yeah. Because it's not just a gun and a nightstick anymore. Now they got like fucking tasers and pepper spray and fucking flex cuffs and handcuffs. And, like they got all this Batman bullshit on there.
Dude, I'll be real with you. You can have a little utility belt too. I mean,
I can, but I wasn't expecting to get pulled over this day.
well, that's why you got to have the go bag. I guess we're gonna set like.
They need somewhere to put their lube and lip gloss. True. I think mostly lube, if we're being real. I think the lube is their lip gloss.
No, Larry. The lip gloss is for the pig, motherfucker. Come on.
They're all the pigs. What do you mean?
No. Like they go and they put it on another one. That.
But the pig already has the utility belt because the pig is a fellow officer of the law.
Lip gloss one hole, lube on the other. See what I'm saying?
You're having sex differently than I do. The lip gloss goes on the anus.
There's a reason it's called spit roasting.
True.
Spit them, you know?
Yeah, for the record, those of you who are interested in having sex, don't use saliva as lube. It doesn't work. Just a piece of friendly advice for those of you who might not be aware.
Dude, your mom is here.
Yeah, Irma Gerd. That's why she typed Irma Gerd.
Yeah, no,
See, I would like to think that my mother is proud of me for advocating healthy sexuality.
No, because there's just only so far that we can go with this bit without obvious places.
Here's where the mom leaves the chat for a bit. I love you, Mama. It's okay.
I tried. I tried.
Look, all I'm saying, if you're going to do it responsibly.
If you're going to be like that, at least be reasonable and give them an alternative. Hey, folks, something your family probably has lying around. I don't know. Olive oil?
It is theorized that is why olive oil was as popular as it was in ancient Greece.
I have heard stories.
That's just a rumor, of course, but in all honesty, Larry and I have a total transparency and honesty pact. That is true, and that's why I tell you all the horrible things I say and do and think.
Oh, no.
Dude, my mom comments on my fucking memes about, like, coming and shitting in urinals.
Dude, nickel for every time you talked about jerking off, I'd be able to buy you a fucking bad dragon.
I don't want one of those.
That's not the point.
Yeah, I don't want one of those. I gotta say, like, all my degeneracy jokes aside, I have never seen a sex toy that cried out to me as something I wanted.
I mean, are you going to sex shops? Are you actually, like, experiencing opportunities to, like, see things?
Well, I have two responses. One, does Spencer's count as a sex shop?
No, absolutely.
Okay.
It's not.
Then I have been, I don't go all the time, but I have been to a sex shop a few times. At least twice I can think of.
I haven't been to a good one in a few years, but I used to. I've talked about how like I would go to the Cape. They got crazy shops in P-Town, man.
Did you ever go to the one in Fitchburg?
Once I stopped in there, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't buy anything, but it was like my last couple weeks being there before college was over, and I was like, I've been driving past this fucking store for 4 years. I have to go in and see what it's about.
That's the thing. I was like, if I can go to school in the town, I might as well check it out.
Yeah, and I went to the Museum of Sex in New York City.
Yeah, but that's a museum of sex. Now I'm more talking like you gotta.
It does have a store in it though. Like it's mostly about the museum, but it does have a store with stuff.
Yeah, but you ain't gonna find your like Ass Master 5000 inside a museum.
No, they mostly had like normal stuff with sex pun names. I think they had a sex store in there though, didn't they? Maybe they didn't. But yeah, they had like candies with funny names, you know.
They have all things of all shapes and sizes.
We didn't go in because it cost extra, but they had a foam pit or like a bouncy house where the trampolines were shaped like boobs.
What?
That they had a bouncy house with boob shaped and colored and everything trampolines.
Okay.
I wanted to go in, but we didn't. Well, it's not that we didn't have the money, but it was enough extra money that we were like, eh.
For the titty trampoline.
Well, I just like trampolines, but
No, but they're like, oh, now you can go to the museum. You can pay extra for the titty trampoline. That's what you're telling me?
yeah, like because it was an extra event, like that just happened to be in the same building or something. Like it was like an additional section of the gift shop type of thing.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I don't remember all the candies, but I remember there was one called Blue Balls that was just like little round blue rock candies.
Sounds delicious.
They honestly did look good, but they were overpriced because one, it's a museum gift shop, and two, it's New York City.
Ooh, yeah, no, that's bad.
Yeah, but while that same trip to New York City, we also went to Queens to the Museum of the Moving Image, and I got to look at the fucking Tyrell Corporation model from Blade Runner, like the actual screen used one.
That's pretty sick.
It was fuck. They had this wasn't why we went there, but it just happened to be going on while we were there. They had a temporary exhibit that took up like half the fucking museum that was all about Jim Henson and the Muppets.
So I was talking with a buddy about this. They need to make Muppets versions of like more things.
Well, they had that Muppet Show special recently, and people are really hoping that the viewership it got will convince Disney to make a new Muppet Show.
No. Like I don't want like a new Muppet Show.
Well, I do, but you also want this. Okay.
Yeah, I want like the Muppets doing more stories where they're just there. Like,
so like more like Treasure Island and
yes.
Christmas Carol. Yeah. I haven't seen Muppets Treasure Island yet, but I have seen their Christmas Carol, and it is really good.
Their Christmas Carol is arguably one of the best tellings of a Christmas Carol there is.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, is that Michael Caine treats it with the deadly seriousness he would treat the normal story.
I just mean it was like written in a way that actually has Marley, has a bunch of characters that half the renditions just skip over it.
Yeah, like other than sprinkling in extra jokes here and there, it is just a straight adaptation of Christmas Carol.
Exactly.
What was the thing about? Oh yeah, I saw a great fucking post once. I didn't see it on Tumblr, but it was a screenshot from there, where they were talking about Christmas Carol and Treasure Island, and they said, and both are great for the opposite reason. Or rather, the human actors in them are great for the opposite reason. Yep. Michael Caine is great because he treats the Muppets as fellow actors. Tim Curry is great because he treats himself as a fellow Muppet.
Tim Curry really just leans into like... I it's like me and my buddy were like, Michael Caine acts as if everyone's just a human, but Tim Curry is like,
I've embraced the insanity of the premise.
Yeah. Like he's leaned in so far, he like does a flip.
Oh, by the way, speaking of embracing the absurdity of premises, I just fucking saw this the other night, and I need your thoughts on it. What? So Ryan Coogler is now like a really well-respected filmmaker. He has been for like a decade, but with Sinners, he basically has infinite money till he dies from now on in terms of studio willingness to finance his projects.
He pretty much got his James Cameron award.
Yeah. Imagine if he did, you know Heroes for Hire from Marvel?
Can you remind me?
It's the thing. The cast has other members occasionally, but it's Luke Cage and Iron Fist. It's their business. Yeah. Imagine a Heroes for Hire movie from Ryan Coogler with as much money as he wants and no creative oversight from fucking Feige. Imagine fucking how good that would be.
You're not wrong, but can I raise you?
Okay.
Imagine the greatest thing you could ever think of. Ryan Coogler and the gun making static fucking shock.
That would work, yeah. I was a little not disappointed because he wasn't supposed to be there, but I would have loved if that last season of the Black Lightning show introduced Static.
Nah, bro. Like brand new, like Static needs a brand new, fresh slate, and Ryan Coogler is the man.
I have one demand. One demand. The Lightning has to be purple.
Of course it does.
Actually, it doesn't have to be. I just like it that way.
No, it has to be.
Yeah.
Has to be.
Yeah, which is funny because only the cartoon ever had it that way. The comics and Young Justice and all that never had Purple Lightning. It was just the one cartoon that did. But I like it. It makes it look distinctive.
That cartoon holds such a place in everyone's mind, and I think Ryan Coogler knows this.
Yeah, if he ever did it, he would probably keep the purple. Like, he'd make other changes for sure, but...
Yeah, no, like, I just trust him. I don't know why. Like, I just trust him on this.
Yeah, because the color doesn't actually matter. Like, it doesn't have any in-story significance. It's just that the Purple Lightning gives it such a distinctive look compared to the other electricity heroes.
I mean, it's interesting, because, like...
Which is also the reason I loved that Young Justice made Black Lightning's powers literally black.
Well, okay, there is kind of an argument to be made here.
Yeah, that I don't need any of this. I just like that. Okay.
Well, there is an argument about the symbolism that could be made here.
For Static or Black Lightning?
Static.
Okay.
If you look during the Renaissance of African Americans in Harlem, you found a lot of focusing on blue and purple colors. So
you mean the original, right? Like the 20s?
Yeah.
Okay. Because there was like a second Harlem Renaissance, according to some definitions.
Yeah, but that's when things start to get weird, and I don't like that. Like, I like when the first time was a pretty clear cut.
Yeah.
There was a lot of art done with these colors used as a basis to express a lot of emotions. And it might be an allusion to that. I also could be pulling this right out my ass, but like,
if the show weren't made by well-meaning people, I would have said that it was like a purple drink joke, but I know it isn't. So
that's a far jump, but damn.
Well, because you do, like, when you see stuff about black people made by white people, sometimes they do that shit, and it's fucking irritating every time I see it.
I haven't seen a purple drink joke by a white person in, like, a long fucking time. Like,
it's more common the farther back you go.
Well, yeah, of course.
I never understood it either. Like, where does that come from? The purple drink joke.
The idea is black people can't afford juice, so they get, like, the powdered shitty drinks.
Yeah, like Kool-Aid or whatever, but why is it purple?
Because it's grape flavored.
But why? Like, grape? Like, what do grapes and black people have in common other than the fact that black people are probably forced to pick grapes a lot?
No. See, because the whole joke comes from the fact that... Okay, so it comes from a Dave Chappelle bit.
This bit is older than Dave Chappelle, but I'm sure he did a bit about it.
I mean, like, I'm pretty sure like the way Dave did it is like pretty close to how this joke went, but just like, I think the whole idea is like, black people can't afford the real juice, and so they just get like purple drink, and like I don't think it has to. Because like there's other drinks. There's like green.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm confused about. Because like the fried chicken joke comes from the poverty staple.
Well, then there's also the other kind of purple drink, which is a whole drug thing.
Yeah, lean, but like the stereotype is always that when black people get Kool-Aid, they specifically get grape flavored Kool-Aid, and I'm like, why? The cornbread and the fried chicken and all that other racist bullshit, that at least makes sense.
They also like grape soda. That's just what they do.
Yeah, like...
Wait. How does it make sense? Like, how does watermelon make sense?
Well, because they, like, it was a poverty staple in the time and place that they developed culturally.
I don't know about all that. Because, like, you understand there were black people who just had to go north and shit, right? Where there weren't watermelons.
Yeah, but like those stereotypes come from Southern black people, or more accurately, they come from inaccurate viewing of Southern black people by Southern white people.
But the southern white people were also eating watermelon at the time.
Well, yeah, and that's why it's total bullshit, because it's not like the fucking black people were the only ones eating the fried chicken.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So, like, none of this truly makes sense. It only makes as much sense as you can apply to it.
Yeah, but like there is saying
Grape?
anything racist makes sense is
Yeah,
troublesome.
grape is just grape. I don't know. Like,
Is it as simple as purple looks good on black people because of the contrasting tones? Is it as simple as that? It might be.
I mean, I don't think white people are basing their jokes around what looks good on black people.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like I think of like Cleveland from Family Guy. The fact that he wears a yellow shirt all the time is probably just because yellow makes a nice contrast with dark skin.
Sure, that's animation as well.
Yeah, exactly. They did that in Big Bang Theory as well, actually, when they Raj's wardrobe had a lot of yellows and purples in it because it looked really good with his skin tone.
Big Bang Theory is notably a fan of stereotypes, though.
That is true. They even acknowledged that joke once. Like Raj was saying something about like, you know, I'm a nice person. I treat people well. My skin tone lets me wear yellows and purples in a way that looks way better than my friends. Like,
I hate the Big Bang Theory so much.
that's fair, but my point is like it's not just limited to animation. You see it, Luke Cage for that matter. Luke Cage wears a lot of yellow for a reason.
No, you're right. You're right. I
Um,
don't think it's like, oh, purple drink. Yeah, look at these porch monkeys. They look fantastic with that purple drink in their hand.
Oh, I thought it was the other way around. I thought that some fucking racist ass hick saw a black dude wearing purple like one too many times and was like, fucking like purple, goddamn son of a bitch, fucking.
I really think from the bottom of my heart, it's just like some dude saw one black guy one time
Oh, that's always what it is.
holding a grape soda. And he's like, I fucking hate you. I bet. Oh, yeah. Bet you and all your people just drink all the grape soda. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the scene from Preacher where they visit Hitler's version of hell, and we find out that the reason he hates Jews is because right after his fiance dumped him, a Jewish guy ate the last croissant and he just fucking snapped. Like it's literally just that. It's pathetic. Racism is baby brain fucking man baby bullshit. It makes you look weak, people. If you are racist, you look fucking weak, and we will make fun of you.
There's two things I can't fucking stand. They just infuriate me. People who were
I know what you're gonna say.
tolerant of other people's fucking cultures
And the goddamn
and
Dutch.
the goddamn Dutch.
My aunt is well, she's not from Holland, but her family hails from Holland, and so we constantly make that joke to her.
Listen, I mean,
Like every fucking time we see her.
I will say I would be interested to have a conversation with a Dutch person to see their strong feelings on dykes. But other than that,
I'm assuming by dikes you mean like the structure, right? And not the other thing.
do you not understand how well Holland has developed various aqua systems?
Yeah, okay, so you are saying what I thought. Okay, good.
Including but not limited to canals, dams, and dikes.
I thought you were saying something else for a second, but then I remembered that it's you and that you wouldn't because you're a good boy and we love you very much.
I'm a good boy and I do like a little bit of shock comedy, I have to say.
Well, that's like the old fucking Plinkett bit where he's like, George Lucas is a racist. Yeah, he's into race car driving. That was his first love before he got into filmmaking. Like, you know.
Sorry, I like words that mean multiple things. And that one's still used, so it's not really as shitty as the bundle of sticks one that people make.
Yeah, what was
However, that one is still kind of interesting.
God damn it, what was the thing Plinkett said that was like because back in when the Plinkett reviews were done, edgy humor was a little more acceptable on the internet. So, like, there's a few jokes in there he probably wouldn't make today, but I still think are funny because I know what he meant by them, type of thing. And plus, it helps that he's playing the character of Mr. Plinkett.
Judge the racist stereotype.
Yeah, he talks about that one. Actually, his review of Attack of the Clones has possibly the only racist joke I've ever heard that was legitimately funny.
I've heard a few, but let's hear it.
He was talking about Samuel L. Jackson as Mace Windu.
Yep.
And saying that he was miscast, basically.
Yep.
And basically what he was saying was that they cast him because his name would bring in extra dollars.
Sure.
And he's talking about, like, it's actually a really good and interesting bit talking about the cynical ways Hollywood attempts to appeal to black people. And one of the things he says is he goes, now they don't want to be called racist, so they have a term they use, and that term is the urban market. Now, the urban market once stole my TV, so I know they do like movies.
That is fair.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, that's actually funny.
Sure, that ain't bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not the funniest fucking joke I've ever heard, but considering that most racist jokes are dark.
I don't know. I mean, there's jokes about race, and there's like racist jokes. I think.
Well, yeah, exactly.
Down too.
And like I said, when you're playing the character of Mr. Plinkett, it allows you to get away with a little more.
Plinkett.
Especially because Mr. Plinkett is supposed to be like 150 years old, so it makes sense he'd have some outdated attitudes.
I do kind of hate when people want to reform the old people.
Yeah, I don't remember all the fucking lore, but I remember in one of the reviews he did, Plinkett, the character, claims to have been an adult on board the Titanic. So if you do the math, he should be like 150.
Yeah.
He makes references to his great-grandchildren who are like adults, so...
That's weird. Is he a ghost?
No, he's just impossibly ancient.
Is he a bird? Is he a plant?
No, and he's definitely not Superman. You should watch the Plinkett reviews at some point, because they are like funny, kind of late 2000s edgy comedy, but like they're mostly incisive reviews, but then you get bits implying that Mr. Plinkett is like a serial killer keeping women hostage in his basement, and like... And that, like the first fucking line of the Phantom Menace review, the one that basically made them famous, he says, Star Wars The Phantom Menace is the worst thing since my son.
All right, maybe I am on drugs. What the fuck did you just say?
Which part is throwing you off?
Okay, hold on. So, this review system about movies.
Well, only like specific ones. It's a thing they break out occasionally.
Did a review about Star Wars in which they do edgy jokes and stuff, and the reviewer commentator is a 150-plus-year-old man commentating on his great-granddaughter, and who is also a serial killer keeping women in a basement while he fucking reviews the Phantom Menace.
Yes,
I am on drugs. What the fuck?
Yeah, it's amusing. It's the kind of shit that was fucking hysterical to me when I was 14.
But like, how does that even? So is it like a mockumentary?
Kinda, yeah. Like, it's obviously fake. Like, there is no person named Harry S. Plinkett. Like, he's a fictional character that the Red Letter Media guys created.
Oh no shit! But like, we're staging him here, I guess, because like he's watching the movie.
Well, he's talking, like, we don't ever see him. We hear his voice, and then we cut to, like, first-person POV footage of his POV sometimes.
Why are the women in his basement?
Because he's, like, a serial killer. Like the joke, like, they kind of imply that he, if not was literally Jack the Ripper, that he's been doing Jack the Ripper shit for, like, 100 fucking years.
Okay, can I go on a weird tangent for a second and say Jack the Ripper is one of the fucking stupidest things that people have ever cared about?
Before you do, just to give you a sense of like the type of thing. So the the Phantom Menace review wasn't the first one they did, but it was the one that really made them famous. And he opens it with Phantom Menace is the worst thing since my son. And then, like, he says one or two lines, and then he says, and while my son eventually had the decency to hang himself in a gas station bathroom, the Phantom Menace has no such decency. It will stay around forever.
Don't, guys, let's just throw out here, we do not agree with that. You should not kill yourself.
Yeah, it's edgy late 2000s fucking YouTube
It's
comedy.
not
What are you
even
going to do?
funny, though.
Well, it doesn't have to be, but my point is that that's the style of comedy. And I applaud the fact that the Red Letter Media guys, while they still are by and large the same style of comedy, have grown up a little and don't necessarily do that very often anymore.
Where's James Cameron at?
He's been mentioned in a number of their reviews, so.
Because the bar's got to be raised.
Well, keep in mind, the bar was always high for the review commentary. It's just that it used to be a little more socially acceptable to call things retarded, basically.
See, I'm not even caring about that. I'm more like, why are we giving our narrator a serial killer backstory?
Because the whole joke is that this guy's like a fucking lunatic, yet he somehow knows what he's talking about with movies.
Oh, yeah, dude. Here's a wild idea. Ever heard of the Mad Hatter?
They do this like
Crazy without having to fucking stab people.
You ever see the movie Cop Dog?
That's the animated one, right?
No, there's probably something else called that, but no, there's like this fucking shit awful late 2000s family film called Cop Dog.
Cop Dog.
And he usually doesn't review movies that obscure, but he just fucking hated Cop Dog so much that he felt the need to do a review of it. And so at one point, what?
I'm just saying, wow, because that's like, okay, folks. So, for reference, I want you to picture any of the Beethoven movies, any late aughts Disney film, and then just add a cop badge.
Yeah, it's literally that.
Yeah, no, it's not what I expected at all.
Also, the dog is like a ghost or something. Like there's ghosts in the movie.
Ghost Cop Dog?
Yeah. So anyway, there's a bit in the movie that just goes on forever, like an attempt at being slapstick, and it's just not funny at all.
Isn't Ghost Dog the thing that Mark from Invincible's really into? Oh, no, that's Seance Dog.
Yeah, who's a fictional character in the universe of Invincible. It was just that shapeshifter took Seance Dog's form because he thought it would be comforting to Mark.
If Mark is real, then Seance Dog is real.
Well, yeah, kind of. So anyway, he's talking about this bit in the movie that goes on forever, and he goes, you know what? In order to illustrate how long this goes on, I'm just going to turn my mic off and let it play and let you fucking sit through it. And that's, like, supposed to be what's going on. But, of course, even though he turned off his mic, we can still hear him. And so it just launches into this, like, 5-minute skit where he calls Sky Mall, because they still existed back then, to try to, like, get a refund on something he ordered. And, like, it's a whole fucking comedy bit that just goes on for like 5 minutes because it's funnier than what he's watching. And then he finishes the call and he's like, oh my God, the scene's still going. Like, you know.
Cop Dog.
Yeah, like he ordered like, do you know what a merkin is?
Like a shawl?
No, like pubic hair wigs.
Oh! I literally was just reading about this the other day because of someone who's making a movie.
Lots of people.
No, but there's like a famous actress was just talking about wearing one of those in an interview that came out.
Was it Olivia Wilde?
She also said she had to have a prosthetic butthole?
No, that wasn't Olivia Wilde. And anyway, I'll get to that in a second. So, anyway, he does a whole fucking bit where, like, I guess he ordered a merkin from Sky Mall, and he's like, it never arrived. And then they're like, well, it says it arrived, and he goes, yeah, maybe that's possible. So my cat opens my mail sometimes, like.
Amanda Seyfried
Yeah, that I know her.
from The Testament of Anne Lee, which I haven't seen, but apparently has some triggering / problematic things. But they needed for the story. So that's the claim anyway.
Yeah, because Olivia Wilde, like 10 years ago, did that show Vinyl on HBO, which was a great show that got fucking canceled.
I don't have HBO. I don't know what this is.
It was like a show about the music industry in the early 70s.
Oh, I mean, sounds fun.
Yeah, so there's one scene where she's naked, and she's gotten naked in movies before, whatever, but because it's the 70s, she has to have like a full-ass bush.
We're talking straight Demi.
Yeah. And Olivia Wilde, I don't know what her normal situation is, but it's not thick enough for that, so they fitted her with a merkin. And she was suddenly like 100% less shy because it was so thick that it might as well be underwear. So rather than being like wearing the robe till she has to be on camera, she's like walking around naked, letting people look at the merkin, like, look how cool this thing is. Like, anyway, what were you saying about Jack the Ripper?
Oh, Jack the Ripper's a bitch, and I don't know why anyone actually gives a fuck about him, like in like serious terms.
Probably just because he was the first time they had a high-profile case of someone doing all that shit.
It's not even a high-profile case, dude. He was killing a bunch of poor people.
Well, yeah, but he did so many that like the police and the local government took notice and everything.
Wasn't that only because he like kind of roasted the police department on a couple occasions?
That helped, but I mean, useless as cops are, they're gonna notice if 10 different fucking prostitutes get killed with like the same MO.
I mean, sure, but like, okay, who cares? I guess is kind of where like I'm coming at this. It's just a really fucked up person going around in London killing people.
Human beings are fascinated by serial killers, for better or worse.
He didn't have like a fucking thing. He was just like.
Well, he had a specific way he killed the women, and he had a specific type of woman he targeted.
Yeah, but then he could just leave. Like, it's not like, I don't know. Like, I hate to gamify this, but like Ted Bundy's out here doing like corpse removal and like all this other fucking shit and like talking people into it. John Wayne Gacy's got like a whole fucking clown act, and this guy's just walking around London like, hey, I will give you $200 to fuck you. And then bring him to a room and was like, haha, I have a knife.
It was pretty much the first time, though, for most, like, there's no internet or anything, obviously, so nobody had ever heard of a case like this.
That doesn't make it cool.
I mean, it's kind of like, I don't know, like Babe Ruth's fucking batting average would be rather unimpressive by today's standards.
Oh, we're gonna bring it. Okay, Babe Ruth's batting stand. Babe Ruth's standards would be terrible compared with the Negro Baseball League of his time.
That is true.
So,
in fact, on at least one occasion I know of, the Negro League actually sued the MLB for stealing all their players.
I'm like, well, like it's like, yeah, no, like, and like that's after Jackie Robinson was the first guy and like made shit easy, which was post Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth was just playing in fucking easy ball, bro. Like,
yeah, and like
Babe Ruth was the best in a segregated league. That is the biggest example of a big fish in a small man-made pond that I have ever seen.
Yeah, I mean, that's true. But you see it with any kind of physical thing like that, sprinting, fucking swimming, any of that. Like, just simply because nutrition and training techniques get more advanced as time goes on. Like, it just happens. What are you going to do?
Well, no, I'm saying, like, you don't even need to go and, like, do the advancement for that one. Like, if you just took people from a different league playing baseball at the same time that Babe Ruth was playing baseball.
Yeah, I mean, maybe that's a bad example, but he was the only fucking baseball player from that era whose name I could remember, so here we are.
Fair, absolutely fair.
But, like, on a similar note, like, Jack the Ripper doesn't seem that crazy to us, but to someone who'd never heard of a serial killer, that's fucking insane.
Okay, fair, but like, it should have been cool and then fitted into obscurity, not written by every fucking. Okay, like,
It's basically just because we didn't find out who he was, so that leaves like a million fucking opportunities for speculating and everything.
there's a fuck ton of people in London. How would you find who it was? Dude, it could be multiple people for all you know.
Well, that's one of the theories, yeah.
Well, you fucking what is the theory? I mean, we had no confirmation it was even one guy.
Yeah, it was thought to be because like all the murders showed the same. Like, wasn't he left-handed or something? Wasn't that part
Okay,
of
but
it?
you said yourself they've never seen this shit before. How well am I supposed to trust the analysis of people who have never even fucking played this game before?
Yeah, true. I think a big part of it is just those letters he sent taunting them. They all assumed it was the same fucking guy, but maybe it wasn't. There's a reason we've talked about it for 200 fucking years.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. If I was a 10-year-old in London and like every day I have to rob people and like do like a bunch of heinous shit to survive, I might just send that letter because it was funny.
Maybe they did.
I mean, I don't know. It's just like,
According to the X-Men cartoon, Jack the Ripper was one of Mr. Sinister's underlings who was secretly acquiring mutant DNA.
but like, okay, there's a million and one fiction stories that take that up, and they're like, it's such an interesting question. But then you have like one, he's just a dude in London. It's not likely you'd find him. Do you know what is interesting? Where'd Roanoke go?
Didn't they find an explanation for that one?
I've heard a bunch of different like pitches, but like,
No, I thought they found like a real one, like a real explanation for what happened to it.
I mean, if we know that, please tell me where the fuck did Roanoke go? Chat, if anyone knows, please tell me.
Yeah, Wikipedia doesn't have a concrete answer, but whatever, doesn't matter. Before we go, I need to fucking show you this because it drove me insane. And this is another example of being capable of understanding what you read on a basic level. I'm gonna become the fucking Joker. Here, let me see if I can make this bigger. No, fuck you. You gonna do this to me? Fine, fuck you then. Here.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. So, like, is this like a picture of you seeing this, or
It's a screenshot of an exchange I saw on Twitter.
what are both these names here? We've got Caparuso.
Yeah, Adriano Caparuso and some other thing.
I'm too much of a coward to have a real thing, so I have an anime profile pic. Okay.
An AI generated anime profile pic too.
Yeah, so
compare that to this guy who has a picture of what I assume is his actual face.
Yeah, I mean,
this guy simply does not understand what he hears. I don't know how you hear this line, "We brought blues with us from home," and interpret it like this rather than interpret it in the correct way. I don't fucking get it, man. I don't.
I actually think it's purposeful. Like this is a weaponization of ignorance.
Probably, yeah. No, but he probably is. He's a blue check. He's probably fucking lying. But I just don't. How do you hear that line and think that the blues is the guitars and the brass instruments and not the soul and the stories that go into it?
Because he's essentially taking what in his mind was defined as blues, and be like, oh well, haha, I gotcha. All you're doing is taking white culture, haha.
Yeah, he's just being fucking obstinate. And by the way, white people
exactly.
didn't invent any of that shit either, for the record. But I actually love when a movie like Sinners comes out because it forces all the conservatives who clearly love it to pretend they don't.
It's a good fucking movie, bro.
Or The Batman. I'll never forget Ben Shapiro's review of The Batman because he so fucking clearly actually had the time of his life, but he has to pretend he didn't for woke reasons.
I mean,
like he kept like making up things to be upset about in the movie that were just not things to be upset about.
I think the problem with these people with Sinners is also they really are trying to force this revisionist history, and you can't get too close to the truth if you're talking revisionist history.
Yeah,
which means I can't really see black people and white people interacting that well in Reconstruction, 1, and 2, I can't see any black people who are any half successful, 2.
Yeah, like if Sinners took place in like Massachusetts, I could see the argument that its depiction of racism is exaggerated. I'd still probably disagree, but I would at least hear out that argument. But it takes place in Mississippi in the 1930s, my friend. You basically can't do anything racist in a movie like that and have it be too much.
My guy, I have literally myself gone to just St. Louis and started getting some interesting developments race-wise.
Yeah, and that's a city, too.
And that's only the top of Missouri.
Yeah. This is Clarksdale, Mississippi.
Yeah, that's a whole different ballpark of fucking down.
I know I don't need to tell you this, but some of our viewers might not know. Sometimes when they lynched black people, they'd have picnics around his fucking body and like take pictures and shit. There's nothing that you could depict in a movie set in that time and place, race-wise, where I would say that's an unrealistic exaggeration. Like, the shit they used to do to fucking black people would turn your goddamn stomach, even if you're kind of racist.
Sometimes they do interesting things with body parts.
Oh, God. They make a reference to that in the movie. When Delta Slim's talking about his friend who got killed, he references that they cut off his fucking Johnson. Because it's all fucking psychosexual with these goddamn ghouls.
And what do you think they do with it, folks? Somewhere.
Sometimes. Other times they just like threw it on the ground.
Sometimes.
It depends how perverse they were feeling that day.
Yeah. It also depends how many phrenology freaks are around.
Oh my God. Fucking To Kill a Mockingbird's on my mind a little bit because Family Guy did a parody of it last night.
I saw that actually.
Yeah, and by the way, they were a little bad faith in their depiction of it, but I guess that's part of the joke.
I mean, you say bad faith. I think that they opened up saying, To Kill a Mockingbird from Harper Lee to who was it?
Whoever starred in the latest stage production, whichever fucking celebrity.
Has not ever been allowed to be touched by black hands. It is one of the fucking funniest.
Yeah, that was funny, but then when they're like later on, they were kind of making the remember kids, women lie about sexual assault. I'm like, that's not really the message of the book. The message of the book is that her dad was making her lie.
Doug, I had the same feeling. Like I actually forgot about that. I kind of blacked that out until you just said that. Because yeah, Stewie, the fuck are you on, my boy?
Also, and this is just me nitpicking because it's one of my favorite books, but it fucking bugged me that Cleveland used both arms when he's playing Tom.
Oh my God.
Well, it bugged me because a central plot point of the movie is that Tom's left arm is fucked up.
I know, but they at least made the reference to the jury. But like most people don't read the fucking book.
Well, it's even in the movie they didn't have the tech to make it look fucked up, but
Most modern people haven't even seen the movie at this point.
that's your own goddamn fault, and it's your English teacher's fault for not making you read the fucking book. So fuck you. Sorry.
I'm sorry that the primary audience for Family Guy is not necessarily the same demographic for To Kill a Mockingbird.
Well, technically, the primary audience for Family Guy are people of the right age to be currently reading To Kill a Mockingbird in school. So,
Isn't it rated for 14 and up?
I was younger than 14 when I read it.
Whoa, no. I'm talking about
Family Guy? It doesn't matter. People let their fucking 7-year-olds watch Family Guy. No one gives a shit.
Yeah, that's breaking the rules.
It is, but like, I don't know. Someone who is the target demographic for Family Guy is probably the right age to be reading that book.
You should read that book when you're like 13 years old.
That's about how old I was.
You should be able to watch Family Guy like 2 years later. Maybe.
I was already watching Family Guy by that point, but you know,
Well,
my dad let me watch Animal House when I was 6, so I'm not exactly a normal case.
Thanks, God.
Yeah, that one.
Best fucking line from Animal House.
But yeah, the reason it bugged me so much is because it's literally like the key piece of evidence that Tom can't use his fucking left arm.
Yeah, but like it's fucking people are dumb.
It says a lot about that book that I haven't read it since like 2010, and I still distinctly remember like most of it.
Man, it's wild what they did to the Kennedy girl in the basement in that book.
Which thing was that? Remind me. Are you referencing Rosemary Kennedy, or are you?
Yeah, dude, that's all I'm talking about.
Okay, because Boo Radley is in the fucking book, so like I thought you could have been making a joke about him.
They're the same person, practically.
Kinda, yeah. Boo Radley, I don't think was
Rosemary Kennedy and Boo Radley are kind of the same thing if you think about it.
I don't think he was lobotomized, but yeah, otherwise, I think he had like something he was born with.
Yeah, sure, absolutely. But like in truth, we don't really know what we know about Boo Radley to be accurate because we've been clearly told it's by an unreliable.
Yeah, exactly. Like they talk the whole book about how scary he is, and then the only time he appears, he kills the racist and saves the day.
Once again, I am going to say Family Guy did kind of hit it nail on the head. No, you're right. We're not supposed to be scared of you. That's why you're murdering a man right now.
Is it murder when it's fucking Lee Ewing or whatever his name was?
Listen, I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
It's righteous, but it's still like...
You know what one of my favorite parts of that book is that of all the people in this shit-ass hick town, the second least racist one in the town is the sheriff.
Do you actually find that weird?
I don't think it's weird. I find it ironic because, you know, cops.
I feel like sheriffs and cops are like a slightly different variant.
Kind of, yeah. I forget the sheriff's fucking name, but I love when at the end he shows up and Lee is fucking lying there dead with a knife in his back, and Boo Radley's right there, and he's just like, "Ah, damn, he fell on his knife. That's tragic."
Well, I mean, it's really fucked up. Well, what else could have happened?
Yeah, I also like that they never explicitly confirmed the thing we all know, which is that the real rapist was the girl's father.
I don't think it matters.
It doesn't, but I liked that they gave you the clues to find the answer without holding your fucking hand and walking you through it.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, because that was the reason I remember the thing about Tom's arm is because that was like the key point was that you could tell from the bruises on her neck that her attacker was left-handed, but Tom literally can't use his left arm, but her father is left-handed. And the jury still looks at that and is like, nah.
It's not black.
Yeah, if only fucking DNA testing existed back then, they could have tested the evidence and been like, yep.
If only they could have had DNA testing, and then they're like, well, the DNA testing somehow shows that the black man did it.
That is true. They would make up excuses like that.
oh, look at this. There also seems to be some cocaine sprinkled on his corpse.
Yeah, you can tell the book takes place that early because they didn't pull that card. Like,
Sorry,
like if To Kill a Mockingbird were set like 3 or more decades later, they would have a drug element to it.
Oh, they 100% would have a drug element. Yeah, dude.
Yeah, the only drug stuff in that book is there's the homeless guy who's an alcoholic who's secretly drinking Coca-Cola the whole time. I love that fucking guy. I remember not liking the movie as much as the book, but maybe I need to watch it again because it's a fucking legendary movie for a reason. Like, it says a lot that they have never done a remake.
I mean, I fear, knock on wood for this, that soon they might just start going back to the real classics and doing remakes of shit.
I mean, they could. They've done like 4,000 adaptations of Murder on the Orient Express or Monte Cristo or fucking
like, God forbid,
Carol.
Someone has to have like repitched New Casablanca.
Oh God, you're right. Yeah,
it makes no sense that someone hasn't, right? Like,
I mean, it is a lot easier to get and this is me speaking personally. I'm a lot more willing to give a shot to a new adaptation of a book than I am to a remake of an existing movie.
I don't disagree with you, but the way they're doing this a lot lately is just remaking old ass movies into new movies. Oh, also on the subject of making books into movies, I saw the trailer for Project Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And I'm really sad because they just take away the whole fun of like, okay, so like, have you seen the trailer?
I don't think so, but it's fine. I don't care about spoilers.
So, all right, spoilers, folks, but like, not for anything because I'm just talking about the trailer. I guess spoilers if you care about the book, but you should have already read it. There's this whole interesting thing where he wakes up on the spaceship and he don't know what the fuck's going on. And like he's slowly trying to find what's going on. And then eventually while doing that, he encounters an alien spaceship and there's this like, oh fuck, like what's going on there? And there's a lot of questions without answers. But the trailer just starts out, it's like, hey, so I got this alien buddy. I'm doing a recording. Everything.
Yeah, so it's like spoiling something you're not supposed to find out till later.
Yeah, and I can't stand that.
That's a big part of why I often don't bother to watch trailers.
I don't watch trailers, but I was in a movie theater.
Oh, well, yeah, there you go.
Like there wasn't much I could do. Oh, I went and saw Kiki's Delivery Service.
Oh, yeah, you told me about that.
It was lovely.
What was the one? Oh, speaking of trailers for things based on classic sci-fi books, the first trailer for Dune 3 came out today.
How was it?
It was great. It's the same director and everything. I am going to be mad if they don't do one fucking thing, though.
What do you want?
Spoilers for Dune Messiah, the book, everybody. Spoilers. In the book, at one point, Paul, a nuke called a stone burner gets detonated.
Okay.
And Paul's fucking eye sockets get burned out. Like, they literally melt in his eye sockets.
Dope.
In fact, they showed what looked like the stone burner in the trailer. So I'm not worried about them skipping the scene. I'm worried that they'll puss out and not give us the way his eyes are described in the book, which is just like burnt, empty sockets. Because they adapted it once before as a mini-series on the Sci-Fi Channel, and presumably for budgetary reasons, they pussed out and just gave him black contact lenses to represent that he's blind.
I mean, I would have just like given him like a bunch of bandages and made it
Well,
so that
yeah, I mean, presumably he does spend most of the time wearing like a thing over his eyes, like Neo at the end of Matrix 3. But like,
Yeah.
when we see what's under it, I demand that we see his fucked up empty eye sockets. Because the whole like everyone reacting in shock and horror at what he did and what happened to him doesn't work as well when his eyes are just black.
hear that, folks. Black is beautiful.
It is. But like the book explicitly describes from the POV of his men like the gross, creepy experience of seeing a man with empty eye sockets turn and point his eye sockets at them and address them by name.
Does he just smell them?
No, he's got the visions and everything, right? By the time of Dune Messiah, he's so good at the visions that if he moves in lockstep with them, he can basically see, despite not being able to physically see.
Jesus, that's fun.
Like he literally, the bit from Matrix Revolutions is stolen from Dune Messiah. The bit where like I'm blind but I can still see.
Okay.
Yeah. And then thanks to telepathic fucking spice bullshit, at the end of the book, he very briefly sees from his son's POV.
The spies.
Yeah, he I don't know if they'll put this in the movie, so I'm willing to talk about it. At the end of the book, the bad guys got the fucking babies hostage and he's demanding like to become emperor, all this shit. And Paul, his visions disappear when his children are born and he's actually fucking blind. He's actually like Ray Charles on his way around. And then
Stevie Wonder isn't blind.
Yeah, I know. So anyway, he's blind, everyone's fucked. The guy's got a fucking knife to the throats of the two babies. And then all of a sudden, Paul starts being able to see again, and he realizes he's seeing from the POV of his infant son. And his infant son is talking to him telepathically, and thanks to spice bullshit, he's like fully developed as a human, even though he's in a baby's body. And so he's saying, like, use me, father, use my eyes to save the, like, whatever. And Paul, literally seeing through his son's POV, waits till his son turns to look at the guy and throws his fucking knife and kills him using his son's eyes. It's the coolest goddamn thing ever.
Use me, father. Words.
Yeah, he says, like, use my eyes, father, or whatever.
Words I never want to hear.
Yeah, it's a fucking awesome book. Yeah, Villeneuve said that it's his favorite of the series, and I think I agree. Maybe. I like the first one a lot, too, though.
I have so many sci-fi books I need to read.
I can't wait for... even if Villeneuve doesn't keep doing it, I hope they keep making more Dune movies, because I want to see fucking Wormleto in live action. I just... Here, let me pull up an image. Can I get a fucking good image, please? You gonna do this to me? Fuck you, then.
Fuck you, then. And the horse you rode it on. And
well, I mean, leave the horse out of it. It's not the horse's fault. Yeah, I want to see fucking big giant clitoris
and the horse's
man.
babies.
I want to see big giant clitoris man in live action.
I mean, okay, so like he looks like a cross between a fucking an elder, a fucking Elden Ring boss, and a piranha plant.
Kinda, yeah. He's like merged with a sandworm. So like these arms are basically vestigial. Like this is actually kind of incorrect, depicting him being capable of doing that. Like his arms are basically vestigial. And yes, they do ask him if he still has a dick under all that, and he does not answer.
So he might.
Here's another. Want to make it bigger? Here's another depiction of him. I think this is from the cover, in fact.
See, that just looks like a hoodie.
Yeah, I mean, you know. This, thanks.
That looks like a suit from a children's TV show. It's
Yeah.
cool as head ass.
Now that looks more like the text of how they describe it, but this one looks more like the spirit of what he's supposed to look like.
Because it's gross, you mean?
Yeah, like he's supposed to look gross and fucked up and kind of pathetic. Like, damn, you were so obsessed with your mission, you let yourself become this type of thing.
I mean, it could be worse. He could look like a dolphin.
I like dolphins though. Also, when they cast Jason Momoa as Duncan Idaho, I wonder if he knew that there was a potential that 20 years from now he's still playing this fucking role.
I'm sorry, what?
You remember Jason Momoa's character from the first Dune movie?
I don't think I watched it.
Oh, well, you should. They're great. There's a character named Duncan Idaho in Dune who's like, I forget his exact title. He was one of the like highest ranking soldiers in Leto's army, you know?
It came out in 2006?
No, the latest movies came out in the last couple of years.
But I thought you said in 20 years.
Yeah, that's so. Jason Momoa could potentially still be playing this character 20 years from now.
How many movies are they gonna make?
Well, Denis Villeneuve only signed on for this last one, but if they choose to keep going, they could potentially make at least 4 more movies just adapting the shit Frank Herbert wrote, let alone stuff outside that. Because there were 6 books total.
Jesus Christ.
The first one is so long they made 2 movies out of it. But then the second is like really fucking short in comparison. So that can easily be made into 1 movie.
Okay.
Like they made a 90-minute adaptation of it on the Sci-Fi Channel, and they got all the important bits.
All the important bits makes me feel like we're missing stuff.
Not really. Like I said, it's way shorter. Like it's maybe 300 pages, whereas the first Dune was like 750 at least.
Damn.
So anyway, Duncan Idaho, he's like one of the Duke's higher ups. He's like a personal friend, you know, surrogate uncle to Paul and everything. Like swords master, fucking badass extraordinaire. And he gets killed in a big heroic sacrifice to save the other characters in the first book. And then Frank Herbert went, wait, shit, this character's really cool. I can do more with him. I need to find an excuse to write him back in. So, in the second book, he introduces the concept of Golas, which are basically clones. Clones with no memory, to be specific.
He called them golems?
Golas.
Okay.
Ghola. It was probably an intentional reference to Golem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the people who make the Golas, as a gift to Paul, the Emperor, they give him a clone of Duncan to be like his chief of security.
Okay.
Because even though he doesn't have Duncan's memories, he does have all of Duncan's skills, because like that's muscle memory and everything.
Sure.
And Paul is like, yo, kind of fucking creepy. You made a clone of my dead friend without telling me, but all right, I'll accept the gift. And it's supposed to be impossible for a Gola to unlock their memories from their source template. But at the end of the book, when the Gola is ordered to kill Paul, that goes against his nature so much that his mind basically snaps and all of his memories of his first life come flooding back in.
Okay, I see.
Yeah. So, anyway, that's why he's in the second and third books. And then the fourth takes place about 3,500 years later. It's got Worm Leto. And he still has Duncan around. And we find out that he just took a liking to Duncan, so anytime one of them dies, he just makes another.
That sounds fucking insane.
It is insane. Yeah, the books get fucking weird as they go on. Like, they get really strange. They're good, but they get really fucking strange.
I really gotta read these, Jesus.
The fourth one in particular, you'll be all over because, like, most of it is just him politically musing and discussing things with Duncan.
See, that sounds fun.
Yeah, like people on Twitter were joking, like they're ending with this next movie because they're too pussy to make an entire movie of a giant worm talking to Jason Momoa.
Just
But yeah, like if they keep making those movies, it's not impossible that it's like 2043 and the movie of Chapter House Dune is coming out, and Jason Momoa is still dragging his ass onto the set pretending to be Duncan.
the year is 2026. I can't afford housing. A fascist is running the government. Jason Momoa is playing Dune. The year is 2054. I can't afford housing.
Seriously.
Fascist is running the government. Jason Momoa is playing Dune.
Yeah, like I can just see that, like I can see in my mind's eye fucking 70-year-old Jason Momoa getting like wheeled onto the set, and they're like painting dots on his face so they can paint a younger Jason Momoa onto him in post. Like,
Paint. Nah, dude, it'll just be the holo cosmetic.
fucking probably, yeah.
All he has to do is just snap on his mocap module, and they'll just project a young Jason Momoa over his old Jason Momoa with his young facial recognition.
Yeah, I mean, it's easy to forget because he got famous relatively recently in the grand scheme of things, but he's like well into his 40s at this point.
But I mean, can you even go up from where he is? Lava Chicken.
I thought you were going to say because he was married to Lisa Bonet, which is also a fucking...
No. He was in the greatest movie of all time, the Minecraft movie.
Don't remind me of the Minecraft movie, please.
No, I'm sorry. Because I found out recently that's called a Minecraft movie. Implying there are hopefully others. Thank you for a Minecraft movie. Lava chicken. There is lava chicken, man. It's tasty as hell.
Oh my god. Why did that movie feel the need to imply that Jason Momoa's character is a pedophile?
It didn't.
Yeah, it did.
No, it didn't.
The kid calls him from school and says, I need you to come to school and pretend to be my uncle. And he says, I don't do that sort of thing anymore. What the fuck were they implying with that line?
Probably he like would like date girls a bit too young for him.
First of all, when I was 19, I felt like a pervert dating 18-year-old girls.
How old is that character, just to start?
Well, he was a video game champ in the 80s as a child, so he's supposed to be like 40 minimum.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I'm thinking like Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, but the whole point of that was that he's pathetic and kind of a pervert.
That kind of fits Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused.
Yeah, well, yeah, it does. That's why that movie is good and this movie sucks.
Well, I'm just saying maybe that's what he's like. That's what he meant.
Maybe, but then the movie like wants to make him out to be a hero, and it's like, no. I get that the whole point is that he's pathetic and he learns to embrace himself and be a hero, but like the point of Matthew McConaughey in Dazed and Confused is that he says that, and the other guy like laughs it off, and you can see in his eyes that he's thinking like, "What the fuck did I get into?" Yeah, like even when he's interacting with McConaughey, he's kind of like, hey man, you're like 23. Why are you still hanging out with high school kids? Like, is everything all right at home?
Exactly.
Yeah, like I fucking... When's the last time I hung out with a high school kid? Jesus.
I was in a...
I mean, I have, like, one of my best friends is a year younger than me, so through him, I kept hanging out with high school kids until I was maybe, like, 20? But that was less because I wanted to hang out with those guys, and it's more because I was at my friend's house and so were they.
I have not hung out with a high school kid.
Other than ones I was related to, of course, because like my cousins, that's a whole different thing.
11 years.
Yeah. Yeah, about 8 or so. I think. Yeah, I think it was around then. It was basically the brief 1 year window where I was in college and one of my friends was still in high school.
Yeah. Actually, yeah, there was a 1 year period where that happened. Fuck, you're right.
Yeah, and I'm counting it differently because like he had friends a couple years younger than him. So yeah, I was like 19 and some of the people in the room were 15. But like
Yeah,
that wasn't my decision. I just showed up and then who was there, who was there.
because when I was like 19, I was dating a 17-year-old.
Yeah, and that's not that bad.
Yeah, we like met through like a friend and everything. It was natural type shit. I don't know.
Yeah, especially if like if you're in college or whatever and she's like one of those dual enrollment people, like you can justify it a little more because like, all right, she is a peer.
I mean, it's what, bro. There ain't no peers when it comes to me.
Yeah, I mean that is true. I'm lucky that Nick does this show with me. Otherwise, I'd be giving hand jobs for crack.
Oh my god!
Instead of giving hand jobs for the love of the game, like I currently do.
Okay, so I just really need to make sure. Are you doing a South Park reference?
Yeah, they had a bit about hand jobs for crack.
Step 1 said assay buns. I kiss my buns or your buns hole.
I mean, the notion of that is like generic enough that it was probably referenced in other stuff, but
I'm just saying you'd be out there on the streets giving hand jobs for crack.
Yeah, I like when the kids do the gesture too. Anyway, on that note,
that whole song is great because it's just a whole bunch of kids swearing about why they shouldn't swear. I might go use that while I clean. That's a great movie.
Yeah, I am gonna go probably fucking watch YouTube and smoke a bowl or get a beer or whatever. Maybe I'll watch that horror movie. Maybe not. It depends what I feel like. In the meantime, take care, everyone. Like the stream, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, though we tend to stream at normal times. But just in case, turn on notifications so you know when we're live. Because every now and then we move it for a holiday or whatever. Keep your butts clean. Wear condoms if you're fucking somebody you don't know. And maybe someone you do know if you don't trust them. Though you probably shouldn't be fucking people you don't trust. Fill your CPAP machine with distilled water so it doesn't get fucking mineral deposits. What other advice do we have, Nick?
I mean, this is controversial, but considering we want to preserve trees in the rainforest, we might want to deter against unnecessary rubber wasting. And with that in mind, you might, under certain circumstances, lean towards not using that condom. But that would require you to be sexually responsible. That means you got to get tested. That means your partner's got to get tested. That means you got to communicate. And that means, God damn it, you either got to pull out or have $50, gentlemen. Sorry.
Remember, kids, nobody ever got pregnant from 69ing.
I mean, that's not true, but it was one woman. But they will tell you about it in sex ed. Don't listen to them, though. It was one time.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.